They say credit belongs to the man in the arena, who spends himself in a worthy cause. The credit belongs to those who dare greatly, and to those that fail, at least fail daringly. Target terminated. The glory is reserved for the few who, no matter what, answer the call to enter the arena. The call doesn't care if you fight for 1 or 20,001. It echoes out, reverberating across the globe. It only acts to reach the bold, never the timid. It's what's next, what's now, and what will always be.
Scump from up high. 1, 2. This is non-stop. You've got nowhere to run. It's a massacre. Oh, no. Wow. I got 2. Money. Airstrike coming in. It's an ambush. The spawns are out of control.
Call delivers victory to the deserving and rewards the devoted. For when your time comes, there is only one option. Enter the arena. Fight for the call.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CDL HQ presented by USAA and of course the CDL Super Week. We have 7 days, 20 matches and over 30 hours of programming between now and Sunday. Chance, we're going to be deciding the seeds that go into this first major. It's ridiculous. If we string all these shows together, it's basically the same length as the Irishman. We're very, very excited to be here. My name is Miles Ross. We're one of the casters taking you through this one today. Actually, what am I saying? It's just Chance and I today. Mate, we got the show to ourselves.
Yeah, it's going to be a great day too. And again, just the fact that it's Super Week, we get 2 weeks condensed into one. We finally get to figure out like what the actual power rankings are going to be. There's like what, I think 4 teams that have 4 matches this weekend. Everybody else has got 3. We'll get some seedings in place. We'll really start to figure out the lay of the land. The most exciting week we've obviously had all year.
An incredibly exciting week, brother. You're absolutely right. We have a lot of Call of Duty to get to. Let's have a quick look at that schedule. Super week from Monday to Sunday. We're going to be going through all of these games. Same time, same place here on youtube.com/COD League. But again, we've got a lovely day ahead of us. We, of course, have the Florida Mutineers going up against the Los Angeles Guerrillas and a lot of FaZe versus Toronto Ultra to close the day out. And after today's like the entry into Super Week. Today's the tip of Super Week. After this, it gets very, very serious. It's going to be 3 series a day, a very long, girthy day all the way through to Sunday. It's going to be huge. Very, very excited to get into those. And again, it is literally non-stop COD action, friends. Again, we hope everyone in Texas is doing very well. Power, electricity, like water, warmth, you name it. The most basic essentials, and of course Call of Duty. Hopefully you're all now well and truly in your possessions. But we're very excited to get into today's games. We've got some talking points here, of course, in the HQ. We're here in Santa Monica. This is a CDL event. This isn't officially, anyone else's home series. We're here with the home of the CDLers, where Activision's home is, here in the lovely sunny Santa Monica. I can't quite tell what the time is according to that image, but it is very beautiful nonetheless. But Chance, we do have to talk about what's coming up this week. And one of the major talking points, we've been brought up is who has the most to lose this week? Who's going to lose the most in Super Week, in your opinion, my friend?
Oh, well, like potential for the most to lose at least. I think the Ravens have to be a contender. They have 4 series, and right now they are sitting at 0 CDL points. So they're not in the best spot, and the problem I have is the strength of schedule that they are facing this week, potentially devastating. They kick it off against NYSL, which hey, maybe not the strongest shape right now. I know Subliners is still working on Diamondcon, getting him into the mix sort of thing. But then you got Dallas, Thieves, and Røkkr. To finish that out. That is an absolute gauntlet, and that's the potential, man. If you start out a season 0-5, again, just long-term for the seeding for every single tournament that we're gonna have this year, that is not an easy road to have. So I'm looking at the Ravens, important week for them. They need to get some wins under their belt.
Well, going to be a tough one. But again, as you said, that schedule was a grueling opportunity for them to level up and get to see how Parasite fits well in the squad. For me personally, I mean, I genuinely believe that the team that has the most to lose here in Super Week is actually the Florida Mutineers. I love the Mutineers. I'm a big fan. I think back to their 2020 performances, again, we saw 3 home series victories, 2 of those being back-to-back. These were a top prospect squad. These guys were looking absolutely fantastic. Obviously, a major change coming into this season. But so far, what I've seen out of the Mutineers, it's not quite the same top 4 caliber. The match they have today up against the LA Guerrillas, I think is going to be a very important one. I don't want to see them start to slip out of that top 4 position that I know a lot of fans and experts have placed them in so far. Paris will be another good matchup. And then when we see the games later on in February, again, we've got FaZe and OpTic there. That's where we're going to see the real test be shown. If the Mutineers are a top tier team, I want to see them go toe to toe with those more, formidable squads. But for today, I mean, I think this has to be a strong victory for the Florida Mutineers if we are to still consider them a top team. Again, what have they got to lose? Right now, it's mostly just reputation, but we'll see how they go. Neptune Awakening, Skies and Slack gearing up, getting ready to rock and roll into today's games. And Charles, I don't know, do you agree with that about the Mutineers? Because I see what you're saying about London, but I think there's a talking point there.
I think I'm still in the boat. It's a little bit too soon for me to be really concerned about this team. I mean, they had Atlanta FaZe. They beat them in a Game 5 in Kickoff Classic, and granted, that's a glorified scrim effectively, but hey, they look good. And then Toronto did sort of bully them just a little bit, which maybe is concerning, but it is very early on in the year, and I think really we can get our indication straight away when they're playing against the Guerrillas, right? If they struggle in this series, then sure, pump the brakes a little bit, maybe start to even question the roster change that they made, but it's too early for us to say anything definitive. I would say about Florida. I still have high expectations for them. I think they're going to be a team all year long that dance around in that top 4 range, potentially able to win a tournament as well. Of course, a lot of Call of Duty left to be played before we get to that point.
Well, we've still got one more series to talk about today. Of course, the final series of the day, Atlanta FaZe gone up against Toronto Ultra. I mean, again, dude, this is a very hot squad in the look of Atlanta FaZe. Tiny bit of an up and down so far in these opening weeks of the 2021 season. But Toronto have come out swinging, man. They are looking fine. What do you think, these two teams, who's going to stay hot? Who's going to stay, rip-roaring throughout the rest of the Super Week?
It's such an interesting question because, I'll tell you, we've mentioned, Toronto as potentially being a sleeper team. Might not even be sleeper anymore because the series they had a week and a half ago, whatever it was, against Florida, bullied them out, man. Kleenex was looking like something fierce, and they honestly might be one of the most annoying teams to play against. When you talk about the different speeds that they bring to the table, SMG is hyper-aggressive as you could expect, and then it is straight metal boots AR and methods who's not going to move. So having that dichotomy to play against, it can be very tricky. This has been a theme in Call of Duty for quite a few years now, and I think Toronto always has that in the back pocket. So if they stay on point, they're going to be a mess to deal with for any team. Of course, though, when you turn the tables and look at FaZe, that's just a roster that at any given moment, any player can completely take over a game. So it's always just like a looming monster just kind of hanging out in the background, just waiting to cannibalize whoever they have in front of them.
I like it. I mean, for me, when I think about what they need to be doing is staying hot, I think for me, Toronto Ultra, they have to win a Search and Destroy. And I don't mean both, I just mean one. For me right now, Atlanta FaZe are possibly the best Search and Destroy team in the league right now. And if Ultra can take a map, I think that does wonders for their confidence. And I think that really shakes up the perception. You talked about them being the dark horse. They may no longer be the dark horse after that kind of statement. A victory today for Toronto would be absolutely huge. Do I think it's possible? Absolutely. Do I think it's likely? I'm not sure about that. I still think FaZe might take the edge here. But for Ultra to take a single search, for me, is a huge statement. And I think that really changes the way we look at everyone across the league. So, with that being said, Chance, I think good points all across the board, mate. Very tasty, excited to get into the rest of the day's games. The headquarters is quite nice being here, I must admit. It smells different to our desk, Chance. I'll be real frank there. But when we come back after this break, we've got plenty more to talk about before getting into the Mutineers versus the LA Guerrillas.
The Call of Duty League is presented by Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The US Army wants your warrior.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the CDL 2021 season. We got our Astro Social soundboard on the go here, and this comes from Zach, who says, wow, inject this into my veins. We're talking about Super Week, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very excited to get into this one again. The first day of what will be an unforgettable week of Call of Duty. We have a few more tweets to read through. CDL Super Week starts tomorrow. This was yesterday from aBeZy. Never before have I wanted a Monday to come so quick. Strength of the North. Let's see a Toronto fan there. France, is it the true North though, mate, or is that going to be England? Zach says this is going to be so fun. May the casters rest in peace. Maybe we
He understands. He understands.
Oh, God. Well, that was the social soundboard powered by Astro. And Zach, he may be onto something there. He really may be. That's, it's going to be a long week for all of us. But thankfully, we have a very, very star-studded roster. We're very numerous in our flock these days. So we can share the load, right, Chance? We can share the load, as well as Samwise Gamgee once said. But, mate, we're pumped. We're pumped, ready to rock and roll in the Super Week. I mean, I've got my daily routine that gets me ready to rock and roll into between these matches, and you know, we'll maybe showing that a little bit later on this week. But before we get into any more of this between these two casters, let's just get the match on the way. Let's introduce now the Florida Mutineers.
The dictionary defines redemption as the deliverance of persons or things from the possession and power of captors.
It is a 3-0 victory over the Florida Mutineers.
As the act of making something better. As the act of making up for a loss.
It is over, and that is a shocker for the Mutineers.
We define it as inevitable. You can count our KD. You can count our headshots. You can count our hill time. What you can't do is count us out.
The Florida Mutineers, our first match of Super Week, and it will be them who take us through it. Neptune, Slack Skies, and Awakening. Again, a new look for the roster. We saw them opening week. It was looking fine. We saw them in the Kickoff Classic. A little up and down here, but we'll see if those shaky seas can level out somewhat. But again, Chance, I think with the Florida Mutineers, they've got a tough day ahead of them. I think the LA Guerrillas will be a decent match, and again, for the Guerrillas to bounce back and show what they're made of. But I personally believe, again, the Mutineers, they have a lot riding on this series in terms of reputation.
Yeah, exactly. And they really just need to like take care of business and try to get the series done as quickly as possible, because it's one of those things. I'm sure they're still very confident. I think any fans of the Florida Mutineers, no one's really that scared yet. Like, we're not pushing the narrative, or at least not too hard, of any sort of collapse. They're going to be a strong team, but need to make sure they stay on point. There's been some like minimal inconsistencies, like player to player. And it's just making sure they bring their game together. And I think one of the more interesting parts of this series for me, it's going to be that Miami Search and Destroy, because it's one of the first maps we've had this season where each team is actually able to take the information, go over VOD of their opponent, and see what kind of adjustments they can make. So 0-1 record for Florida and Miami. See if they can turn that around.
Very, very interesting to see how that one goes. Now, another team we hope is doing their homework here in Miami. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the LA Guerrillas.
The Guerrillas getting it done. No, I'm loving what I'm seeing out of the LAG. Silly finds the first. It's lovely teamwork. My God. Gets dealt with the pressure inside the hill, and the double nade from aBeZy.
Salt lines him up, finds himself too.
Vivid just has the one to win against Octane.
And Vivid has got his number.
Beautiful round. Fantastic execution from the LA Guerrillas.
Oh, yeah. Los Angeles Guerrillas, brand new look for the squad. Vivid being the only remaining member of that squad from the 2020 season. But for aBeZy, Assault, Cellium now for Vivid. Again, a chance to bounce back here and get a nice big, you know, I would say an upset. I would say a big upset today. I think it's very possible they can get it done. A team of champions, world champions, if you will. And then there's Vivid on the end there, who's certainly bringing that young blood, those new vibes to the squad. But for LAG, you know, we've seen some good stuff out of them, Chance. And as far as the series goes today, I mean, you know the maps. I'm very, very interested to see, you know how the vetoes went down, or who these guys, you know, went for when it comes to those map picks. Do we potentially have an upset on our hands here? I mean,
potentially. I mean, we're kicking it off on Crossroads, and Miles, this is something we actually spoke about yesterday, specifically for the Guerrillas, of like it being a little concerning, them trying to play against Florida. I think when we've seen Florida on this map, they've like bullied out Atlanta FaZe and beat them pretty bad. And I think we've seen Guerrillas, I think they're 1-1 right now on that map. They've been a little bit topsy-turvy, so it's concerning. But if they've played it in every single series they've had this year, it's shaping up to be potentially their favorite hardpoint map, or at least one that's going to get through the vetoes every single time for this team. So they need to make sure they come out and have a solid performance, which we've seen from them before, but obviously potential point of concern. And then longer term, well, a ton of Call of Duty Miami again mentioned is that second map. But Miles, so many things to talk about.
Yeah, of course, these are our game fuel keys to victory for the LAG. And again, avoid Crossroads hardpoint. That was one of the keys, guys. And they couldn't get it done. They're 1-1 so far. But again, it's that sort of triangle of, you know, we can beat you, but you guys can beat those guys. And it's on Florida right now. They've defeated Atlanta FaZe in this map. Crossroads is a bit of a mess nonetheless, but a win is a win. Stay strong in the search and destroy. 2-1 overall. If we can see them take a search, they could maybe get the coin toss victory there on the control and truly make this an interesting series. But for LAG, it really is one map at a time. And I know that sounds silly to say, but I'm excited to see just how far we can go. Chance our game fuel keys to victory now for the Florida Mutineers.
Yeah, and the not relying on the coin toss is effectively making sure that you handle your map vetoes quite well. And again, if you're happy to play on Crossroads for map 1, maybe a decent one for Florida to sort of kick off the series 4. But I think the main thing that I'm trying to keep in my mind is Vivid on the map. As long as Florida makes sure in Search and Destroy, they're always aware of where he is, making sure that if you see a 3-stack at whichever bomb site, if Vivid is not a part of that, that means your flank is open. You need to be very concerned at all times. He is the island player for the team, and he's had a play style for Search and Destroy for the past 2 years. He's been incredibly strong, so you need to always have that information where he is on the map. If you have no idea, you might need to look behind you.
I mean, we can go all the way back to the debut that Vivid had playing for the LAG back at the Los Angeles home series. You know, last year, and the first time we saw him out on the map, it was the Search and Destroy where he really popped off. I remember we had that. I had that game back way back when in the other world, and it was interesting to see how exciting he was as a player then, and he still brings the same thunder today. Crossroads hardpoint, map number 1. We are loading into this one, friends. Super week truly starts now. Chance, I am excited. I'm gonna start this one off with Mutineers, and we are indeed off to the races with this one. It is going to be a Crossroads to get us going. Neptune, the young man on your screen, a very, very exciting career ahead of him, no doubt about it. Let's see if he can continue to live up to the hype.
I was going to say, love the decision from the observers just to watch him off the rip. I think the last time we saw him playing this map went like 37 and 26. And well, he's the man, right? If he's that freak in nature sort of talent, you're expecting him to drop numbers. See what kind of work he can put early on. Right now, just showing off a bit of the movement. Not any gunfights for him to take. His teammates get the full clearance on the hill, and look at how they've already been able to flip those spawns. And well, as soon as they flip, Neptune on the hunt, able to take at least one player down so far.
Yep, so far so good. Neptune is second to his name already. His teammates trying to take care of the rest of the map, and it is all Florida in the kill feed so far. These kills looking very, very clean. I must admit, I mean, when was the last time we saw someone from LAG actually find one? 20 seconds remaining on our first hardpoint. It's been very, very productive so far for the Mutineers. Bit of a contest now as we go forward. aBeZy trying to make his way across to the next hardpoint. That will be open in 10 seconds. Eyes on the right-hand side of the minimap. See the small lock icon. That's telling you exactly where the next one will be. And already, LAG managed to flip back, so we will see them with a slight advantage here. What can we see now from the Mutineers on the break?
I was going to say, it's actually a very quick mishap as well from Florida, right? Like, they flip the spawns in the first 10 seconds, get those away in short order. And, of course, Guerrillas going to take full advantage. They're, like, already pushed out as well. aBeZy was able to get to P1 before he gets cut down. You got a man up top for the catwalk cross. You got all of your bases covered to the point where Cellium is just hanging out and just listening to his teammates' communication, literally on point. And now you got Florida again, their second push on the hill with 30 seconds left, and you can just see no one's really made too good of an approach. Awakening, though, able to take down 2. Finally, Cellium able to take that first gunfight. He's able to pick up the clean 2 piece. Just like that, the Guerrillas, nice and easy for at least those first 40 seconds.
Yeah, Fortress LAG, basically, you know, unbreakable for now, but the final 15 seconds will go the way the Mutineers. Not too bad. However, that doesn't give them a good position now to fight for the next hard point. You see, middle of the map right now. That's going to be the fire truck. Already swarming with LAG players. Sky's trying to make some things work out from the outside. Neptune on the quick and immediate trade, but exactly that from the other side as Mutineers. They're still fighting from the back foot now. LAG, they will have the hard point once again. It's on Cellium to watch the top side of the map now. Awakening the other side of the catwalk. Maybe seeing an engagement drop through. And Cellium, again, I love the fact that the man is running the zebra stripes across all of his weapons in these maps. Chance, it's a nice touch. It's a nice touch from the man who's gunning folks on the point.
I mean, it is genuinely one of the best camo uses in Call of Duty history, right? It has to be. That is hysterical that he threw that on straight away. It was like a day after the tweets came out to make fun of him, and the camo maybe has special powers. We got to ask Killa about that one, but right now on point, went on a tree spree inside the hill, and most importantly, again, it's all about keeping those spawns, making sure you stay strong for P4, because Guerrillas, well, they got a 30-point lead for the moment. Everybody's going to be spawning up back rock, and again, well, not everybody. Actually, one player does spawn out coming from P1, and well, for aBeZy, that might be an opportunity to get a couple kills on the backside.
I mean, I was going to say we're seeing some bit of a resurgence here from Florida Mutineers, but now once again, it's 3 hard points in a row where LAG have won the rotation, and once again, they have full control. Number 6 on your screen, this is Assault. His job now is just to make sure that hard point stays safe. Make sure his teammates keep spawning through that right-hand side of the map. But at this point in time, I mean, Florida, they're struggling, Chance. They're starting to get away from them a little bit. I mean, I would actually love if we could go for an Astro Gaming listening right now with the Florida Mutineers.
I got her, get hill, just hill. I can't. They one shot. Outer shot out, Cellium, wake, there was one outer. Nice, good time. Stay on that, down one time. Yo, he's on the box, P1. I'm one shot, I can't peek. One outer. Watch me. He's one shot absolutely for you. Fuck yeah, one shot. I'm hard flash. I'm not seeing. Watch right hill. He's outer on me. Outer dead. Nice. You can leave this top. I'm one shot. I'm still on fire. Fire, right? Work out of here. Pushing fire. Fake plus one on new. No trophy on new, guys. No trophy. Top you on. I hit him once. He's still behind the fire. I hit him once. Top you on. He team kills 2. He killed himself. Yo, lane one shot, Vivid. On me, hill. aBeZy hill. Backside time, there's two of them. After backside time, nade. They have no trophy at all. Make sure they can't play fire. One shot. One shot. They could be on our fire. Outer east, one shot. Dead. Nice. Close heading. Both heading, Cellium. Try working that together. I can't be. I'm pushing top. Nice. I can't. Yo, get control. Nice. Go. Need hill. Tires mill. On hill, one shot. And hill, one shot, absolute. Hill push out. He's second control. How much is second control?
Florida Mutineers still trying to battle their way back into this one, but LAG just still holding this. 15 seconds remaining on this hard point before we move back over towards the right-hand side of the map, now in our second set of rotations. And Chance, any major takeaways from the comms there? I thought Florida sounded pretty clear.
I thought it was solid. I don't know if I'd use that as like my shining example, but I can't quite put my finger on it. It was all just fine, like calling out what you're supposed to, calling out trophies. There was nothing wrong with it, but I didn't necessarily feel like I understood the plan quite well. Like, you got slacked, like sort of trying to direct the traffic of like, hey, push out this side, take your time, like the sort of generics, but I don't know. Maybe think about it long term. Let's see if the next Astro listing we do those guys just clean it up a little bit more. But either way, you saw for a moment the Guerrillas were able to get a clean 4 down, which of course, well, makes that rotation that much easier. Sky's trying to keep these players away, but Assault up top, handing it down to Slack, and well, he can't get the second, but either way, getting the clearance for his teammates. Vivid with the nice jump up spot, and again, P2 has been nothing but dominance coming out of Guerrillas. It is by far where they've built their biggest lead.
Yep, this is their second hard point in the second set now of rotations, and Vivid, he's already making the charge. Towards the next one, Awakening's going to lock him down in mid-map. We could finally see Florida with the first touches of a hard point here. I mean, I don't want to jinx it yet. There's still 5 seconds. They could ruin that one for me. But hey, man, here we go. Florida looks like they've got next. Can they keep the Guerrillas back at bay now? Top's position covered. They've got a guy up top. The guy on the cliff face has just gone down now. But that mini-map, the picks from the Mutineers, they're starting to drop out. It's on Awakening now to take care of Big Door. Silly makes a slight pass. He goes down. There's another player coming through the front side as well. Sky's on the left, trying to make sure the flank stays safe. He can catch a pinch here. The shots are through. Not a single tag through the wall. And this is sort of forcing the Mutineers back somewhat. Silly, he just gallops his way forward through mid-map, cuts down a few of these players, and once again, it is trade central on point. Slack coming out on top. Slack can't find the third, but at the same time, he's made the hard point safe. We still have it in the hands of the Mutineers, and chance for a good while there, it was looking fantastic.
And I will say, that was a very solid patient play coming out of Guerrillas. You had those 2 players, Assault and aBeZy, stuck at the front door. They had to have waited a solid, what, 8 or 9 seconds before their teammates were there. Silly pinching from Big Door, but they took their time, had 1 shot at making the break, being incredibly successful on, at the very least, flipping those spawns. 67-point lead they have for the moment, still getting those back rock spawns, which is nice, but Neptune trying to cause problems, trying to be the man to break through, and well, you see what's going to happen to him. The entire arsenal, every single nade landing on top. As you can see, Guerrillas still with those back spawns, trying to get a little bit of clearance towards P4. Admittedly, though, this guy's just making it very difficult on them.
Yeah, once again, Guerrillas with a decent position here on this hard point. This is going to be a very difficult one to break, as we say time and time again. Silly from up high goes down, and Son of Assault once again in this hard point position. His defenders, you know, they're starting to whittle out. 1 chance on the flank, there it is. No, Vivid's going to cut it down. Awakening had an opportunity, but not able to make much more happen here. Assault just has to chill. His teammates are getting the job done up front. Vivid's got 2 with the Diamondcon, and my word, we're over 200 points now for the Los Angeles Guerrillas, up and over the top. Awakening with a nice bit of a Shoryuken there to take care of Vivid before he could even touch the ground. But all things considered, chance, LAG are seriously walking away with this one. It's 30 points for the win. They've got the rotations down as well. There's 1 player there from the Mutineers in position to stop it, but the cross is now completely covered. Setting up for second, because let's face it, they have the time to do so. And my word, this is an upset.
Is an upset, but maybe not for Guerrillas. Again, this is a map they've played every single time in every series they've played at the very least, so might be their favorite hardpoint map, but of course, job not done yet. You do have Florida inside the hill. Unfortunately for them, Silly has been causing so many problems. Good reads on the guy on crates. He's on a 6 spree for the moment, and right now, he's just responsible for effectively Cliff and top office. And frankly, for Florida, I mean, they're getting spawn killed while Silly is locking down office. You actually have Assault on the map with spawn killing over from P4. This is just the full setup and control. 17 points. Girls walk away with game number 1, and frankly, well, we've seen them on P2. Should we get to that hill, which we're going to, I just see no way for Florida to make their way back. Silly just causing too many problems, and 9 spree for him at the moment.
Yeah, it was a must win, let's be real. In the hard point for the Florida Mutineers. We're talking about keeping up the confidence, making sure that this series doesn't get out of hand, and right now, it is very much out of hand. That will be that. The Los Angeles Guerrillas, what a start to the series. A big upset early on.
And I'll be honest, man, I kind of want to go back and rewatch just like the opening break almost, because Florida opened it up, basically got the clean 4 down, flipped the spawns, and in my mind I was like, oh, this could be just devastating long term. The Guerrillas end up flipping those spawns back with 15 seconds left, and then P2, again, I think they had to have beaten Florida on that hill, maybe 100 points to 15 or 20. So surprisingly, it wasn't even the P3, P4 spawns that came into effect as the most important thing. I think that second hill, really, for the Guerrillas, got the job done.
Yeah, that was brutal, I must admit. I mean, there was a nice sign of life there from Florida. They pulled it back, but LAG, aBeZy, Assault, we saw Silly going absolutely wild. I think it was an 8 spree at one point for him. Huge game out of the tall man, and then, man, I mean, well, dude, it was good stuff all around. Vivid was on the flanks, as you called it. You know, we saw some really key plays from him. The Diamondcon play was kind of fun and exciting, but, you know, not massive. His teammates were all over the place. Woof, boy, howdy. That's the start. Here are your stats from Crossroads. Again, a short game relatively, but Chance, you called it. It's that P2 time. It was that second hard point. That's where the LAG really managed to pick up most of their time. That's where they really managed to pull the game ahead of them, and woof, huge start there for the LAG.
Yeah, I mean, fairly balanced P4 actually heavily in Guerrillas' favor as well. But on that second hill, you get 100, 110 seconds compared to the 20 on the flip side. That is not a bad way to go about it at all. But spawn manipulation, timing the breaks even on P3, Guerrillas did a fantastic job. I think I'm almost tired of saying it myself, but they're a very structured team and very clean. Anytime they're able to get a setup that they're going for, they always have a great deal of success. And that's why, frankly, even for Search and Destroy, kind of excited to see what they bring to the table on Miami. See if they mix things up a little bit from the last time we saw them play.
That's certainly an upset indeed. The game field keys to victory are way out of the window. That was a real shock to start us off with. But hey, Super Week, it's only just begun. We're one map down. There's a whole load more in this series. We'll be right back after this break.
The 2021 season with a statement after 3-0 over the LA Thieves.
Think you know Call of Duty League better than anyone? Well, prove it this season by playing CDL Pick'ems. Make your match predictions each day by 12 p.m. Pacific, and if you're right, collect points and admire yourself atop of that sweet, sweet leaderboard. Awesome prizes are available all season long. The biggest winners, so don't forget to get your picks in. As far as I'm aware, Chance, so far we've had over 26,000 people sign up for Pick'ems, and I mean, this number is accurate as well. Over 336,000 matches have been predicted so far. That is wild. Onto our maps and modes though, mate. You called it. We've got a Miami Search and Destroy coming up. Again, my Pick'ems have already been ruined, I think, unless Mutineers get a 3 sweep here. But, mate, that's it. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Here we go, Chance. Straight into Miami.
Into Miami we go. And again, if this was like a map that could give any team superpowers, you gotta imagine it'd be Florida, right? Just by the nature of it, but of course it does not work like that. They are 0-1 on this map for the moment. Of course, on the flip side for Guerrillas, well, 1-0. So not a ton of information, but we have seen them play. And again, from the side of Florida, which was part of the keys to victory, need to keep track of Vivid. He's the man that loves playing over towards the beach, both on offense and defense. He's the guy that can sort of make those late flanks, hero plays, or the decision maker, really. But if you see him on the map, that means you know pretty much every single player on Guerrillas is going to be in the vicinity. So that's the man you're looking for to try to get the information if you're Florida. Of course, on the flip side, well, I think they beat Paris 6-2 on this map. See if they need to mix things up and get spicy at all. And it looks like Assault, the lone man with the bomb, he's going to be going all the way around towards A. Meanwhile, his teammates make a little bit of noise at B. See if they can cause a distraction.
Oh, Vivid saw one on the cross. Nade comes through. Slack. Oh, he's done. He's out. If Vivid find another one, this would be an amazing start. So Neptune's going to make it a little bit more interesting. 3v3 situation already. Bomb still towards the north side of the map. Making its way towards the beach. Neptune's going to now try to make his way forward. Clean these players out of this purple area. Top piano, some players call it. Assault, he's making his way forward. Awakening making the late read. Tags are in. Assault's still alive. Can he get the kill, though? Oh, the nade's going to land, but not quite get the job done. Awakening, though, on the flank, trying to find these players. aBeZy will find one. And now Assault versus Awakening. Assault gets the kill. And with that, it's on the Skies. Now trying to make it an interesting fight. Maybe 1v2 is just enough to get it done. Bomb goes down. Over towards the A site. And there's a bit of a pinch developing. Skies, though. Got 2 players either side of him. As soon as one of them makes the push, there's the shot. This could get ugly real quick. Guys, now in this 1v2 chance. Under 30 seconds remaining of the bomb. This is going to be tricky. Oh boy.
There's nothing for him to do.
Oh boy, wait a minute. Ah, there it is, App. I was going to say, man, he was isolating the fights well enough, but LAG, they stay strong and they get the first round.
No, this is maybe the 4th or 5th time this year we've seen Guerrillas in a situation like that where they got a 2v1 and they're in a good spot. They might be the best at it right now of just throwing shoulders, getting those pop shots in, and making sure no one dies. Neither one of those players for the first like 20-25 seconds of that situation were even trying to get the kill. It is just making sure we have the bomb down in the open spot. It's incredibly easy to watch from the beach. It's incredibly easy to watch from driveway in the middle of the map. As long as neither one of us dies, it's not a problem. And even though Assault did meet the bitter end, by that point they had already done all the hard work. So just a strong round for them to come out on top of, really to try to set that tone.
Yeah, it's the polar opposite this time round for the Mutineers on offense. It's a 3-man hit towards A. Going to be Awakening playing the far back left-hand side of the map. He's barely left his spawn. I can assure you he's not AFK. He's just making sure that no one overextends from that position. So Slacked and Co now storming the beaches. Assault way deep out on the right-hand side. 2 players now go down for LAG. Assault and Silly. Silly's going to have to transition across the map. About 10 seconds, really, before he can get in the fight, because he has to check these positions. Nice shots at range on the Skies there. Just enough to push him back. There's going to be a slight exchange, but not really anything to get the job done. Now we've got LAG reinforced, ready to now take this 2 versus 4 fight. And Awakening makes it a 4v1.
Getting picked apart as well right now. Just complete map control in favor of Florida. Assault able to find just one. He might have been able to spot Skies on the van. If he didn't, his teammates certainly did. Skies, though, able to slide away. Of course, that bomb going down. Good luck. Have fun. I mean, Florida, again, they have visitors surrounded. He's making a ton of noise. Slack knows he's out the front door and able to take him down. Back-to-back offensive round wins. And for that one, maybe a bit more suffocating from the side of Florida. I think Awakening opened it up with the first blood on aBeZy, maybe thinking about the flank. And again, just a complete and utter map control in their favor. I think Skies from up top hotel balcony was able to take down Vivid mid-map. So 2 offensive round wins. And of course, now for Guerrillas back on the attack. They did send a 3-stack over towards Piano last time as they worked the bomb over towards A. Looks like this time trying to mix it up just a little bit. Assault, though, still the bomb carrier.
Slower hit now in towards B. Got a lot more street presence from LAG. This is Florida's town. Awakening once again. First bloods. Great awareness. May be able to get the second. I think enough noise was made there for Awakening to sniff out Vivid. Can he make the push, though? This is very aggressive. He is out and about in the streets. Nice angle. Second kill goes his way. Now it's on Awakening. Just check every single possible corner. There's a lot of windows here. I mean, this isn't quite St. Petrograd, but Miami, a lot of power positions to be had. aBeZy now trying to make his way on towards the bomb. Tags into Netmune are going to be great, but not quite enough, as the trophy system will eat his projectile alive. Big Tags once again, and it was Awakening putting in those shots. Looking to find his 3rd in this round so far. Chance. Whoa, Silly's going to make it a bit of a fight. 30 seconds remaining now, mate. And it's a 2v3.
Keep in mind, that bomb is down in the middle of the map. So they know these players in the alley. Silly might be able to find one, but the guy at half wall able to get the trades, and even still, 18 seconds left. You have to go pick up that bomb. It is so far away, and you still don't know where Awakening is. Florida might not know that they have the bomb down, but they still have aBeZy trapped. He's going to have to get the double kill to pull off this round. And yeah, he could see just completely pinched in. Big Wake, man, putting in the plays so far. Another first blood to his name. And effectively single-handedly winning his team the round. I called out Assault as being the bomb carrier. As soon as that's dropped on that truck in the middle of the map, that is incredibly difficult to go and pick up. Of course, Awakening making sure that goes and hunts down more players thereafter, but might be Awakening versus the world here for a moment. 5 kills to his name in just 3 rounds.
Yeah, nice big 3 spree there.
Big Wake.
Doing work. Yeah, trying to get done. Dude, I have no idea how close he is to his monitor. It is not that easy to see people on Miami at distance. So, Awakening, and he's got the timings down. He can see these players. He knows when they should be crossing those positions, and he's trying to make it work. Minute 5 on the clock. aBeZy slowing this one down again. Got control piano. They've got a real good solid setup towards B on defense. Here's one player in towards A, Assault, keeping an eye on the beach. He's only got Neptune to worry about from this position. Neptune presumably running an AR from back there. But again, we're waiting for the picks. Street control right now for Florida Mutineers. And again, there's enough time passed. The Guerrillas have got ants in their pants. They've now started to move across. Vivid's making his way in towards A. He's going back and forth right now. No one quite knows where the play is, but here we go. It's a two-man stack. Top of the staircase, slip slide through. aBeZy there. Here comes the push. Skies finds the first. Skies straight into the second. As a trade going to be there. Silly. He's going to take the nade, but not going to be killed. 30 seconds remaining on the clock now. The action is now starting to pick up, but at this point in time, it has been stopped. A great play there from Silly. Prevents the trades coming through. The pitch now from Slacked as Vivid finds another one. Less than 20 seconds on the clock now, and it's a 2v2. You got to get going, boys. You got to get on the point. Mutineers have trying to get back onto the bomb. Awakening will have it. Can he get the arm? If he can get it down, he's got a little bit of help now from his teammates, but they're going to go for the fight. It's a great win, but is it enough time to get the bomb down?
He didn't get it. I don't think he did. I think that's the round. I think Vivid just made the play. Timed it perfectly to jump over the half wall. It is a thing. Anyone that's played this map knows if you mantle anything in this game, you're going to get heard from across the map. Vivid, again, perfectly, like right when there's 6 seconds left, goes for the jump over, because even if he dies, as long as he makes sure that plane does not go down, they get that round win. Honestly, perfectly done, and more importantly, didn't fall for the bait. I think Florida basically sat up around piano for, 45 seconds, basically made zero noise, but they kept their top piano control. They never felt the pressure coming from the beach, so no need to give anything up. Girls with a nice defensive round win.
Amazing defensive round win. I was just wondering about the Florida player who was on top piano who just managed to let that one go. But Awakening once again with the first bloods. Actually, Slack gets it. I'll take that back. But Awakening with the big damage there. Silly's up next, done by Tiki. Woohoo! A little too many shots there for that man by the bar. Neptune in from behind. Assault's the last player left. And he's going solo. And that is a huge win from the Florida Mutineers. That was the most fantastic return volley after that defensive round loss.
And honestly, just a fantastic counter as well. I think we've seen the very first round, Assault played over towards Beach by his lonesome. Then the next round, they went for a bit of a more of a mid-map spread. And then the next round, Florida is like, well, they're just leaning towards A. Let's just stack it up. They do exactly that. Get 2 players on the beach, 1 player playing around Visitor Center, and just heavily stack the A site. Obviously made it impossible for Guerrillas to do anything with it. So, again, these two teams do have a little bit of odd information on the other. Of course, Awakening, dude, it's so far away. I don't even know if he spotted both those players on the cross, but at least saw one. Now that's why Skies has got the light.
Oh, Vivid. The little snapper down by the beach. A nice catch. Oh, Skies, though, at distance will manage to take him out as well, so that's going to be 3v3. Assault with an exchange now, just to try to keep these players back, and Sky's waiting for the reinforcements to show up. Awakening, though, who he's bringing the fight to the front line. It's going to be now him, still on a 5 spree. Streaks are going to be coming into question at this point in time. aBeZy's got the big job of taking down Big Wake. Can he find Awakening? The timing could be amazing here. Saw an ankle. That's all it took. aBeZy finally puts him down. 2v3 situation now with LAG with the advantage. Bombs made its way in towards A. Slack going to be the carrier. If you can find Silly on the approach, that makes this a little bit easier. There's eyes on at least one. Slack now playing this very slow, very clever. This guy's backing him up as he makes his way through the sand. Slack is desperate to try to find these players. Got to check every possible corner. The mantle, though, would have made a bit of noise. And Silly, though, the trap is set. Trap is sprung. And for Silly, potential for the 2-piece. Slack gets away with his life. Less than 10 seconds chance. 1v3. No hope in hell.
No hope in hell. And what an interesting play as well. Instead of double stacking it, they had it stacked up, but whichever player it was, I think Assault sort of backed out through visitors and gave up site control. And I thought Silly was going to spot those players on the beach so much sooner. We cut to his POV, and he's just L-triggered on a wall, but ends up getting the timing perfectly right. I think they would have been very happy just to give up the plant and take a 3v2 retake, but obviously not necessary. Very back and forth game we have so far. Last time Guerrillas tried to go to A, they got stuffed, but looks more like a standard defensive setup from Florida, just going for that 2-2 split.
Yeah, we're going A. It's a beach day for the Guerrillas. They got their sunscreen, they got their little beach mats. Someone brought a ball and created game fuel. Let's go. Awakening though. He has read the forecast, and the forecast is a rain of bullets, and that's all him. Sky's now making his way forward, trying to cut these players off. Again, a decent read there. Mutineers are committed on the defense here. Vivid's still down low. Assault's going to try to back him up by hitting that top balcony position, but without that, this is going to be a very, very difficult situation for the 3 members of the Guerrillas to maybe even hit A or make their way through the middle of the street now and try to get back on towards B.
Vivid trying to make the play. Did spot Skies in the back, but keep in mind, you've actually had a couple players from Florida right back towards B. Meanwhile, this bomb is still over towards A. Unfortunately, though, the man over by A is Awakening, almost guaranteed to get a kill. And then, well, Vivid gets baited back towards the site. All of his teammates out, instantly gets shot in the back. It's going to be silly for the 1v3, and that is not a V3. Strong rounds, man. It seems like these almost never come down to the wire. Whoever's getting these first bloods, just able to convincingly get these wins. aBeZy, of course, not going to be happy about that timing, but Awakening, man, always on point. Whatever reads he needs to be able to make. 9-4 for the moment, and Skies, of course, not too far behind with 7 kills. It's actually kind of nuts. It's only a 1-round difference between the 2 teams. Meanwhile, Vivid's double negative. Assault not too far from it. Like, everyone's negative from the side of Guerrillas right now. And yet, only 1 round down.
I feel like the Mutineers' victories, I mean, they're coming off of like these really long-range gunfight wins that like Awakening has just been dominating so far. So that long range is now going to be a thing of the past as aBeZy, he's going to be running into a whole load of Mutineers players as they're slowly making their way through the backside of the garage here. Silly on the back alleyway. Neptune's going to be trying to make his way through the top. Awakening with the nades through. They managed to get rid of the trophy system, so that means it's free reign. Let it rip, boys. Awakening trying to make his way forward. What a snap that was. aBeZy will get the trade there with the nades. Neptune now from up high, trying to get involved in the gunfights. He and Skies are going to now double push the back. The last 2 members of the Mutineers going up against the 3 defenders. aBeZy once again, bottom of the stairs. Silly's now watching the cross as well, so no one's getting around it, but that's going to be the nade. Just to start the damage. The kill comes through from Neptune. Now, Sky's going to bait and switch. 30 seconds remaining now, and this is a 2v2 with less than ample time to really get on towards the bomb. Silly watches the cross, but Skies just managed to slip through. Neptune now has got top piano control. This changes the engagement entirely. Whoa! Just like that, Mutineers! Map control, gunfight wins, and with that, map point.
Bro, and quick, clean, and easy. That is Awakening's gun. Neptune runs up top. That is good communication. Either Neptune is next level on the awareness, or Awakening just like, oh, you need a Crimsix, I dropped one up there for you, go pick it up real quick. Within half a second, just laser beams Silly towards the back of the map. So again, dude, it's just honestly like AR dominance right now. Just winning those long-range gunfights. Awakening's been on point. Neptune, when he needs to, has been on point. Or Skies has 8 kills to his name as well. AR's right now on the flip side for Guerrillas. Got to step it up just a little bit.
Oh, I was going to say, like, hey, what does it look like when you're getting beamed across map? Like, that's it. It's those little slow tags. Just makes these fights so difficult. I think that may have actually been Awakening again. So Awakening, 10-5 overall. Very, very influential here on Miami. Talked about that hometown advantage that the London Royal Ravens had in Modern Warfare on Piccadilly. Miami here for the Florida Mutineers. It could well and truly be it. And they close it out now. 50 seconds remaining in this round. Could be the last. Neptune presses the advantage. A very, very big individual win there. 2v4. aBeZy, what do you got? Oh, there it is. It's got nothing. Oh, it's over. Oh, it's done, Florida. What a closing round. A disgusting finish there to go 6-3. But that will make this series that bit more interesting, chance, as we now are tied up 1-1.
And that was dominating as well, man. That, like, it looks scary to be in the middle of the map at all going against Florida. You got guys getting shot in the feet underneath trucks from across the map by Skies. Anytime you just, like, open yourself up from cover for a half a second, anywhere towards the beach or anywhere mid-map, Awakening was going to kill you. That was just a bullying game, effectively, from Florida. And I'm telling you, man, that did not look like it was a lot of fun to play on the flip side for Guerrillas.
Oh, there's our stats from what was a very interesting game. You're going to see our big love there from Awakening. 11-5 overall. The Krig really reigning supreme there. Really saw Silly with the occasional XM4, but man, that was a nice turn. A great turn now in the series. We're all tied up 1-1. Chance, that was You know, I think homework has definitely been done. Let's be real, mate. I mean, Florida, they looked very, very squeaky clean. They were in Miami. You know, there was a lot of adaptations. We saw some big engagement wins. Everything was really working out from there.
Yeah, nice counter strat I think they had in like the third defensive round they had as well. But I think the biggest thing, just the first bloods, 6 first bloods to 3. I think it was the clean search and destroy game on Miami you'd expect to see. Get first blood, win the round. Don't throw anything away too crazy. And just play very slow, very patient, and make sure the ARs, at least for Florida, stay on point.
Well, we got a US Army tactical play now. This is, of course, going to be from round 11. Very, very exciting stuff here from our boys. Sorry, not from round 11. They take it all back. But this was Awakening, doing what he does. Massive long-range engagements. Again, dude, it's not easy to win those fights, and Awakening just has the binoculars out, man. He's seeing it all go down.
And he was just on point, just through and through. We have rounds where Awakening is like sleeping or like sneaking his way through, working his way up the map, and every single player on the Guerrillas is getting shots in from him on different parts of the map. He can just be an incredibly tough player to play against. And even still, again, the first blood's being key. Just another round, you get the first blood. There's never a man advantage. It's very difficult to pop 2 pieces on Miami.
Super hard to do it, but some players make it look a little easier than others. Well, that's it. The first 2 maps of the series are done. We're going to have a very, very quick commercial break. And when we come back, we've got some control. And you'll never guess, it's on Garrison.
Try, you can't stop it. OC dub, way up like a rocket. Acting up, acting that way out of pocket. For the grind, for the hustle, I can't knock it. Do what it take, do what you do, you can try. Yeah. I've been up, I've been stuck up in the sky. Yeah. Lonely at the top, I can't lie. Haters watch it, throw the piece, tell them bye. I got things to do, I got bands to get. Competition up in smoke, ooh, cannabis. Ask me why I'm a top 10 candidate. I'm so fly, I'm so clean, ooh, and I'm rich. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kid. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kid. Check the scoreboard, I'm running up stats. Numbers don't lie, that's facts. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kid. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kid. Check the numbers, I'm running it up. I got penny bands, I'm thumbing it, yeah. Tell them move. Get up out the way. It's ludicrous, yeah, how much I'm getting paid. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10K. No mob ties, but a player being made. Now how you spoke to your girl, better check her phone. And do you know what she doing when you not at home? And when she tell you she alone, but she not alone. She got a lot of options, eeny, miny, mo. She gon' do what she want, ain't no stopping it all. Hold the liquor in the cup, yeah, I'm topping it off. I might take your girl, take a trip to the mall. Put the shelf in the bag, yeah, cause I'm copping it all. I'm saying, they can't stop it, they can't stop the kids, they can't stop it, they can't stop it.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by GameFuel. Use code CDL2021 for a special discount on GameFuel.com. Tournament audio and team listen-ins are powered by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the Call of Duty League.
What's up everyone, Study here, and this is your Scuff Team of the Week, a super team built with 4 of the top performers at the most recent event. 3 players are chosen by the league, and the final player is selected by a fan vote. Stick around to the end to find out who they are. First up, it's Huke of the Dallas Empire. Huke's one of the 5 reigning champs of the Call of Duty League, and he's clearly hungry for ring number 2. He had an explosive performance in the first week of the 2021 season, scoring both the highest hardpoint KD and the highest overall KD. If you want to check out some top shelf Huke gameplay, be sure to check out map 1 of the Dallas Empire versus Seattle Surge, where Huke drops a massive 35 and 16 KD on Crossover's hardpoint. Next up, it's Simp. In 2020, Simp was on Scuff Team of the Week about a bajillion times, and it looks like 2021 starting off on the same way. What are we supposed to do though? The guy is just that consistent. Simp kicked off the first week of the Cold War season with the highest overall KD and the second highest S&D KD. Of course, he couldn't have done it all by himself. Luckily for him, he's got himself a hell of a duo. Enter aBeZy, the other half of the Tiny Terrors duo. In the 2020 season, aBeZy was known as the first blood god in S&D, and it looks like he's continuing that trend in 2021. He scored 6 first bloods over 23 rounds of play, and racked up the most total kills in S&D out of any player that week. He also made the game-winning play in Map 4 of Atlanta FaZe's match versus OpTic Chicago, scoring a huge 3-piece to beat OpTic on rotations from P3 to P4 on Moscow. Our final player, selected by fan vote, is Dashy of OpTic Chicago. OpTic had a mixed result in their first week of play, but Dashy was putting in solid, consistent performances from map to map. His team ultimately ended up going 1-1 over the first week of play, but Dashy's consistency with the AR shone through, earning him the second highest overall KD of the first week. That's your Scuffed Team of the Week for Stage 1, Week 1.
That was your Scuffed Team of the Week. You can see them all season long on our YouTube channel. That's again, youtube.com/COD League. But you're probably there now. Either way, these are our CDL points presented by Game Fuel. And my word, is that the LA Thieves at the top with 20 points there alongside Atlanta FaZe? Hard to believe when you think of the performance that those players had last season.
And again, just looking at that graphic of what the point standings, only 2 series played for 8 of the teams and only 1 for like some of the others. So it is very early on. That's the exciting thing, Miles, about the Super Week, Super Freaky. So much got to be played. A lot of these teams have 4 series, and then really we finally get to have an understanding of where the lay of the land is going to be, and maybe stop getting some of these hot takes out the window, even for this series alone. After map 1, everybody's like, no, Florida's trash, these players are terrible. And then after map 2, they're like, wait a minute, these guys are actually discussing. I love that like clean gameplay. Everything is so back and forth right now. We still need to figure out where all these teams stand. And frankly, obviously this series is one of the most interesting ones we have. 2 teams where just somewhere in the middle of the pack, we still just have no idea.
They have no idea, but hopefully we can find out a little bit more after this one. Garrison Control, map number 3. We're tied up 1-1 if you've just joined us. Everybody loves a little bit of control. 2 zones. Capture them both to win the round if you're on offense, or run out of lives. 30 lives for either side. Minute 30 on the clock to start things off. And off onto the defense, we are going to see 2 members. Oh, looks like 1 member there of Florida Mutineers over towards A. The remainder of them trying to take care of these players in on B. Now, we've seen how defensive heavy it can be here on Garrison. But by that same merit, the offensive round wins are like, they're blistering. Like, once the opening happens, like, there's a very, very small chance, you know, of you making it in. Once you're in, though, you're pretty sweet and set. And we've seen that come through a few times there from these top teams. Do what Florida and LA bring to the table here today.
I think really Garrison Control is just a map where it just feels like offense is more difficult, right? Because like there are just rounds where you get spawn trapped and completely destroyed. There's rounds where you never touch foot on A, but I think what we've seen so far, it's only about a 60-40 split, so fairly balanced. Really is just a theme of the map. Can you ever on offense get that breakout towards A? Of course, that's what Vivid is maybe trying to keep an eye on. If they ever get a pick on this side of the map, they might make the move and try to break out. But actually, Vivid gets the pick. They don't try to make that break. They need roam and try to get these kills inside the hill. It's Slack right now, just contesting around lights. Apathy's trying to hunt him down, but Slack wins that big one up.
Oh, he wins another one as well. Slack's on a bit of a tear right now. He didn't actually have the time to stop the tick on B. Neptune's going to be up next to try to get that one done. Nice nade's going to take care of Silly. Awakening though from top green, cleaning these players out. That's going to be 2 to his name already. Skies does get the assist. Awakening though with the kills coming through as well. Signs of aggression now from the Florida Mutineers, making their way past those tanks into the more dangerous territory for the Los Angeles Guerrillas. Silly now desperately trying to battle his way back forwards through the map, trying to reclaim some real estate. A nice shot into the first. Second players though not going to have it. Neptune, right place, right time. Saves his teammates. Speaking of time, there's now 20 seconds remaining. We have to see LAG make their way forward, but Mutineers with wonderful discipline, really holding them back now. Just going to let the clock whittle out and chance. 23 to 16 lives overall. Not a very, let's say, a gory round.
Oh yeah, it's completely chalk. Slack just put on a show, I'd say, for the first half, or maybe not a big show, only 5 kills, but he was the man that made the play, picked up 2 over towards lights, and then towards the end, shut down the push towards B as well. Talk about it being, 60-40 split for defense in favor of offense. Not too hefty. When you get beat and you're on offense, sometimes it can just feel bad in Awakening, showing exactly why you take 3 steps out of spawn. You're getting laser beamed from the catwalk. It could just be very tough, but hey, that's why you just gotta hit the old regain. bounce back and try to have a field day on defense yourself.
Let's see what the Mutineers can now bring on an offensive round. That was a very, very disciplined defense. Vivid 3 and 4 overall. CLAG now trying to make the way in towards the points. Looks like a heavier A push on defense. There's still 3 making their way through the middle of the map. And Vivid now from down low. You can hear the trophy systems. They are working overtime right now. Skies with that first blood. Oh, Vivid's going to get cut down again. Skies with a nice 2-piece. Start this one off. And this is a scary thought. You've now got 2 members of Florida making their way on towards the A zone. The first one's going to get the kill. Awakening's now going to make his way forward as well. This could be a 2-zone capture at the same time. B, the first tick's almost completed there. Nades coming through. Awakening gets involved a little too late, but not a problem. Shots are there. aBeZy will clean him up. B, first tick complete. Sky is still maintaining pressure on A.
I was going to say, the A push is still here. You got 3 players on it. It is one man by himself, slacked over towards the B point. So he's at least stopping the clock to buy his teammates time to get the clearance towards green. But it looks like on defense, Guerrillas, at least over towards the A point, able to stay nice and secure, to put the pressure in the right spots. But of course, this is why Slack was here earlier. Just the guarantee, get B out of the way, and they have so much time. They have accrued themselves 2 minutes and 10 seconds, plus a 4-life lead, to try to figure out a way to win this round. And frankly, they're already swimming on the point. You got one player, it's Neptune, potentially in bricks, looking for some spawn kills. Unfortunately for him, you see App able to pick up 2 big kills and shut that first push down.
Yeah, Vivid, he was doing a lot of work there on the point. He's 5 and 7 overall. Assault's a little slower here at 1 and 6, but again, you've got these players who have to make sure that those flanks are well and truly safe. Silly, he's going to be watching the outside of the map there on the left-hand side. aBeZy, sneaky position. Oh no, Neptune just dances all over him, man. That was some slick movement. Silly now getting pushed back. This is starting to look a little dangerous. Mutineers driving themselves forward. Starting to pick up a lot more of the map control. This is where you see the Guerrillas starting to get pushed to the ropes. They're going to start swinging, start to buy themselves a little bit more space to work with here. Otherwise, that A zone, we are going to see those little Florida feet dancing in the pools of the zone. But now, Silly, Vivid, kills coming either way. Sky's on the other side. What a kill that was. Not able to get the third. But again, LAG now making their way forward. Sky's with a little bit of an opening chance. 1 minute 5 on the clock. It's dwindling away slowly, mate, but LAG are holding.
Honestly, it's just the spread of the push right now, or at least the defensive setup that the Guerrillas have been able to have that benefit from. You got Silly spawning all the way in the back, and that's who Awakening's potentially going to be looking for. But now the push is in. 2 players maybe even flooding out of green. Maybe Florida debating on what they want to do. Everyone now grouped up towards square. This is when you try to make the move. Vivid, though, able to pick up 2. Skies is there for the trades, but Skies gonna get shut down. That was 3 or 4 on the feed for Vivid. There's the multi-kill popping up on the scoreboard, doing it by himself, picking up the 4 kills, and frankly, that I imagine, should be enough to secure the defensive round win. Of course, though, still 20 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, LAG, they could not control B. They didn't really have the map presence, but you bring the fight to them, and the subbies are looking so good. Vivid almost finds the second, and that's going to be Awakening now. Finally able to get onto the point. 10 seconds. Can they get us contest? Anyone nearby? Anyone going for it? Are we going to try to keep those lives together? That's the best you can hope for right now. 8-8, a very different round. And there it is. At 1.1 seconds, the contest comes through. The Mutineers are on the point. They've completely swanned it. Chance. They're going to nail this one. You've got a decent break. 1 chance right now. As a cruise missile comes through from the Guerrillas, it's Vivid, and he gets them off the point just in time. They all ran for it like streaks run. Wow. Vivid, what a heroic round.
The third, and there's number 4, the best play that got him the streaks to make it happen. Good Lord, what it takes sometimes to get a round win. And honestly, just comical with 1.1 seconds on the clock. The play is obviously, if 3 players stacked up, it's like you make the one sacrificial lamb, everyone else like slides to cover, and you make sure you keep it on. I think with just a full second to make that decision, everyone from Florida just completely hopped off. But you see, that's the moment, man. Like, if you ever get that clearance towards A, there's always potential, even with just 1 second on the clock.
That was a great round. Awakening fights off more than he can shoot there in the fight against Assault. Is going to get that first blood. Quick contest. Vivid's on the flank, man. He's feeling himself. He's like, I'm going, dude. I'm going A. I've already cut the guy down by Arch. He's like, I'm in. There's a lot of space now to work with. The Florida players are dropping off. There's one of them left in the middle of the map. And now Vivid. Oh my God, Awakening. That was unfortunate. Oh, Vivid is absolutely snapping right now. Assault makes his way onto the A point. A slow capture now. For sure. He's actually not on the point, technically, but you know what I mean? He's trying to hold the position, get his boys up there, get them involved. He's going to see a little bit of progress.
aBeZy as well, but the trades are here. You got that clearance on A, though. It is 2 players still stacked up on the point, so while Slack's looking for spawn kills, his teammates on the backside need to get these players off of A because it's a 2v3, but you got trophies in assault and in power position. You can do it with 2 players here.
Neptune finds another one. That's a nice bit of clearance. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Second tick, though, at A. That's really dangerous. Neptune from up high once again. Slack's going to find the trade. Now setting up to hold B. Man, you just had like the one opportunity they had to just get some breathing space, just get some air back in the lungs, because Guerrillas were non-stop. They were hitting them fast there. Here we go. 30 seconds remaining. Vivid making his way forward. Awakening's going to save it. The trade comes through. That's aBeZy back on spawn. Assault gets pushed back as well. Here goes number 3. It's Slacked. He's going to make his way forward. Try to keep these players back. Keep them off the point. 20 seconds remaining there. All you have to do is hold it. You just have to hold it. And this is Florida's round. 15 seconds. The clock's going to be ticking. Here comes the push. Silly's in there first. Slacked. Patient play. Able to get the tags in there. It's going to stop the clock once again. The kills are working out. It's Awakening finding a few here as well. aBeZy's trying to make something happen. And you may just let this go to the Guerrillas. No, there it is. The contest. 0.3 seconds left on the clock. Slack's the hero. He's going to get it done. And dude, you can... How close can these rounds get on the clock? How much closer can we get?
I mean, as close as you want. I will say, though, Slack, just a phenomenal job on this round. I think he went on like a 9 spree towards the end. He guaranteed is going to have both of his streaks. You got to imagine if they see a 5th round and they're on defense, almost just a guarantee, but just incredibly annoying that entire time, right? While his team, all 3 of those players were swarming over towards A to make sure they don't lose it. He was the guy pushed up over towards Caution, over towards that P3 hill, and just being annoying, getting those spawn kills, and it's an 8 spree that he was able to go on in the meantime, and so much of that was done when he was by himself. Get that round win for the team. Nice advantage that they have, and well, maybe even use the streaks on offense. Potentially, you could see it.
Yeah, you can definitely see it. Awakening's first blood there is, boy, Florida Mutineers now sitting at map point 2-1. And they do it one more time. Too soon. aBeZy goes down there to skies. The dear Matty's going to clear out those players at the back, but again, the LAG on defense and a flying Neptune spotted for a brief moment there. Vivid back on the defense. Tags up Neptune. Little too eager. The damage dealt there is going to surely keep him back for now, but see how we go. Vivid dancing around here with Neptune, and this is a duel, man. I mean, what a 1v1 this is. 2 players with great movement, 2 submachine guns battling for control of this A zone. The loser here, surely hold their head high. They put up a good fight. B's almost gone there as Florida Mutineers have made their way forward very, very well. Silly's going to get the first. Can they take care of Slacked as well? Not a chance. Slacked is slaying chance. Absolutely slaying, and here we go. A's the final point, and Florida get it done.
And well, keep in mind, you still have streaks. You could stack up in green, streak these players out, and at the very least force them into bricks, or just do it with the straight gun skill. Slack not able to get the second. Looks like Neptune not going to be too quick there on the trades, but either way, 3 life advantage, still a fair bit of time on the clock. Again, if they ever decide, man, they got that artillery and crews in the back pocket.
And do you save that for the final round potentially? Or, you know, you could use it here to break them up. So, they're on your screen trying to now find some players here in mid. Looks like number 4 in from behind. That's going to be Neptune. He's actually managed to get right in there. He's got these players back on spawn. Assault's doing the exact same job for his team on the other side of the map. Neptune loses his gunfights on the left-hand side, so the defense is safe for now. But once again, Slacked. Incredible individual prowess so far. He is having one hell of a map. Viv is going to just about cut him down there. And there we have it, Chance. 1 minute now left in the round. Billy back over on defense. And you have to throw everything you possibly got at this one. Here comes the artillery from Slack. It's going to force these players inside. Silly, though. No problem, dude. No problem. Slack's going to get the kills. It's going to make the A zone safe for now. But Slack through the fire and the flames. Vivid finds 2.
Hey, Slack also just like straight up walked over an 8 and took 0 damage. So he's got a little bit of magic in his feet. But either way, the bullets get the job done. 2 kills right now for Florida to maybe get clearance on A. And actually, you see a lot of stack up over towards light, so you can't get through bricks, but Neptune just doesn't know. It was actually open just for a moment, but that door has now been shut. You've already burned 1 streak, 20 seconds left on the clock. At the very least, you gotta keep that life advantage.
They could do it. 50 seconds, big win from Neptune on the first. The bait and switch now starting to come into play. Can they play around this doorway and maybe catch a few more? Vivid's going to be up next. Slack's going to try to hit the flank with Awakening now, but Silly and Assault lying in position, waiting for those players. aBeZy on spawn, Assault finds 1. Slack makes his way in. There's the timing. The tags come through. The trade's not going to quite be there, and that is that. We go to a final round.
And I was thinking about the lives being close. The lives are not even remotely close. Florida just outslayed them in the first 4 rounds by a very wide margin. So I'm sure they were pretty comfortable, willing to go for that last-ditch effort to get to the point, even if to no avail. And something I want to touch on before we get into this round 5. How confusing it must be playing against Neptune, who it seemingly just does things for the sake of doing them. We're watching him like jump in and out of top green, jumping down, coming right back up, sliding around. Just to try to keep track of him on the map has got to be incredibly difficult. And just, again, just like an annoying factor that a player can bring to the table.
That's a Halo 5 player in a nutshell, dude. Just annoying, really annoying. Good movement, love to see it. Shout out to boys. 20 and 16 overall for Neptune, and this is him on your screen. See what we can do right off the rip here. Again, a decent position to catch these players in. But B is being captured right now. Slacked is in the contest spot at this point in time. So that is going to stop the capture progress. But again, you do have to get one of these players off of it. And right now for Cellium and Slacked, I mean, it's a staring contest. Unless somebody else gets involved and blows on the naked eyeball. And Slacked, nice shots, in and out he goes. But once again, off the point. Contest now coming through, raining the points slowly but surely. Nice bit of work. The battle is really taking place in the middle of the map. It's Awakening now, trying to find a few slips on by. Vivid can't quite save his teammate in time, but here we go. LAG, they are making the push happen. Forward we go, and Vivid straight onto the point. See if they can't get some spots on a B. A nice win there onto Neptune. The kills come through. Awakening just takes the tip of his head off. That was a big win as well. So B once again looking safe, and man, the defense is holding so far. Can aBeZy change things? Just under 50 seconds remaining. Oh, it's not quite the 2. No trades to be had. Chance. I'm looking at that cruise missile soon, and I'm like, call it.
Oh, it's still, though, just a delicate balance towards B. 43 seconds on the clock. Guerrillas, I mean, I think have been getting bullied out on offense so far. Maybe that's the break. They get the clearance on B, and you got Assault leaning out towards A. Well, he's just going to get picked off, and unfortunately, his teammate needs to come pick up green for him. That's going to be Silly's new role. Either way, though, green control eviscerated. Neptune's going to take care of that in every single round on defense. Florida gets someone behind enemy lines. He gets dealt with. And still over towards A. You got to keep in mind, still that cruise missile in the back pocket of Slack. If they even need it, they've done such a good job so far this entire map, just keeping control of this A point.
Awakening's going to be on top of the radar tank here. Possibly to make his way forward. Oh. There it is. Artillery lands. We're all good for now. The big shots over the top to catch Cellium. Oh, it's a Florida Mutineers kill feed. They hold it perfectly. 1:05 on the clock. The entirety of LAG now back on spawn. They have to watch out, though, because here come the Mutineers pushing the front line forward. Awakening from up high is going to be slowed down ever so slightly. What is he made of? Adamantium. Doesn't go down as Assault wins a big one at the back. Trying to push these players from the Mutineers out. Chance 50 seconds remaining. Defense now looking to press the advantage. Looking to possibly press the win. Slacked once again mid-map. Slack 22 and 17. He has had a huge game of control.
Oh, just too clean. He finds a corner and he sticks to it until the kills just like fall into his lap, and he makes sure to throw in some fancy ones just for the play. Makes the read on the guy and Vents as well.
The guy? It's
aBeZy's going to be feeling that one, but
it's aBeZy.
28 seconds left.
He's going Vents, baby.
Yeah, my bad. That's the expectation. If you haven't seen aBeZy, check the Vents. You're right. That's on me.
Well, yeah, Slack the reads are on point, man. 15 seconds. Neptune's going to find the trades there. Silly Sky's all about to cut you up there, brother. 10 seconds remaining. No one. And an opportunity to contest this one in the Mutineers. This is surely their round, surely their map. And they're going to be going up by 1 here in the series.
Good Lord. I mean, that is genuinely... I know the scoreline is close for the 3-2 at the end, but it really just feels like Florida bullied them on that map. The defensive rounds, for the most part, not even close. You know, Guerrillas got out there a few times, made it a little bit interesting, but it seems like you had one round where Slack just goes on a tear, goes on the H spree, completely shuts you down. But even towards the end, I think that was 2 out of 3 defensive round. The best play is Awakening, just on top catwalk, just gunning you down left and right. His awareness, by the way, still on point, still a 99 rating. Artillery gets called in, just jumps straight off the map, times it perfectly to get back in, and just wild shots. I believe it takes Silly down when he tried to get back inside, but efficient work nonetheless, man. Each player seemed like had a moment to shine in that game.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to start seeing players having to aim those artilleries more towards where they're going to be running to versus where they're at. There we go. There's the stats from that Garrison Control, and Dude, it's for me, it's just props to Slack. He had some incredible standout plays. The runs he made, the streaks he garnered. It's exactly the same way we saw Vivid use it in that first round when they had, again, 30-30 for Vivid there. He went pretty big. The big spree there and the points gained was huge, but what can we say? Florida Mutineers, they were harder, better, faster, and stronger from start to finish there. Yep, me too, mates. Oh, Daft Punk. But we're almost ready to get into our next map charts. We're going all the way, baby. Now we have Florida in the driver's seat. If they can win the next hardpoint, they take the series. LAG, not quite out of this one yet. When we come back after this quick break, more Call of Duty. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's now time for map 4 here in this series between the LA Guerrillas and the Florida Mutineers. We're going back to Garrison for our hard point. If we have to go to game 5, it's going to be good old Moscow for the search and destroy. This series has turned around quite nicely. These are the Garrison hardpoint stats from the opening weekend. This is between both, of course, you see at the top of the screen there, Awakening Skies, Apathy, and Vivid there. I mean, the hill time there throughout looking pretty nice chance. But, I mean, in this matchup now, I mean, opening weekend feels like a lifetime ago. How are you pairing these teams up against each other at this point in time?
Well, honestly, just even looking at it, that's like, what, 2 low KDs for the ARs for Florida and then 2 low KDs for the subbies on the side of Guerrillas. And I think the way the series has played out so far, maybe a little bit back and forth in the respawns. I think the ARs for the past 2 maps on Florida have just been obliterating Assault and Silly when he's been pulling it out. And then we saw on Crossroads, and it was going very well for him. Like, he got Silly going on 8 spree, so honestly, very tough to call at this point. I really don't have a clear-cut indication. Of course, if we want to go for the hot takes or the recency bias, certainly it seems like Florida has a lot of momentum in their sails, but again, just looking at that first hard point, there was a little bit of life there. I just need a lot more from the Guerrillas players, Matt, because they did just get completely, if it wasn't for Vivid hopping the 4-piece and getting the streaks, that game ends, 3 minutes sooner in a 3-1 fashion. So Vivid needs to keep it up. He needs his ARs to pick it up a little bit as well, because Skies and Awakening, they've been feasting for at least the past 25 minutes.
Well, the play you talked about in that last map, about how difficult and annoying the movement was to play against Neptune. Still on your screen, we're going to see him rolling to this hard point first. The mid-map, the opening break, Vivid goes down low, interesting. And that is going to pay off. Apathy gets the damage done. Slacked is now pretty much alone on the hard point. Another clean up there from Vivid, who takes his way through the bottom center of the map and takes full control. LAG now with the opening break worked out. Going to get themselves that hard point. Vivid finds another one. He shot punches Awakening in the kill feed. Like, he's a maniac.
Maniac on the floor. Again, just hanging out. I mean, this is honestly, you see the setup or eventually the return, the wrap coming in from Florida. There is 30 seconds left on P1. They are ignoring it entirely. They are just giving it straight away just to make sure that they can get set up anew. And
oh my God,
a smart decision long term. You got Caesar investing in his game. You got the team investing in the rotation, paying dividends potentially. They get that early control. You're able to get those trophies down, but the back spawns come in for Guerrillas. And maybe, just maybe, there's enough time on the clock for them to get the return.
Vivid with another big opening fight. He and Neptune, man, they're going toe to toe. This is very, very entertaining watching these two guys go at each other. Silly now making his way off spawn. Nade for Awakening, doesn't land it. Skies finds two. Silly does get the kill though with the nade, and the contest still coming through. Slack's going to get the final few kills there, and that is going to be Florida finally in the point, and better late than never. LAG, there is a certain ferocity to their gameplay right now, man. They are just bringing the heat. Can they keep those temperatures up all the way? As Florida Mutineers now with hardpoint. Nice shot from Neptune there. Great awareness. Now straight on the hunt he goes. Nice two. Neptune not able to find any more. I mean, that could have been a full 4 if he landed those first few shots, man. That was an unbelievable bit of a run. Slacked immediately. 7 HP to his name. Cuts that player down and does keep the pressure on the hardpoint. It's only 15 seconds, but this is a lot of time here in the professional world. That's a nice big win. The rotation's already going down, and Awakening, he is completely surrounded by Guerrillas players.
You see Guerrillas 3 stacked over on this point. Keep in mind, actually, Vivid, because he loses the gunfight against Slack, he might be working on a late pinch. Maybe he's going to get caught out. It depends on the awareness. You see, as his teammate gets the kills, you got Vivid in the middle of the map. He's slowed down. He was able to shoot Slack in the back. So not only do you have 3 players from the Guerrillas making sure that they stay nice and secure at the back of the map so they don't lose rotations, Vivid making the big brain play. Might be annoying to get some extra kills, but now Florida, they are flooding up through caution. Got at least 2 players here.
And June cleans the trophy, allows his teammates to make their way forward. Awakening's going to be up next. Big win. Still very, very difficult to work with from this situation, but Awakening is somehow, he's just doing unspeakable things to make his way onto this point. The kills come through. Silly's going to find another nice 2 there as he cleans up those players for a week. The Mutineers, they can't seem to catch a break right now. It's so hard to fight forward in these spawns. It's going to be number 8, aBeZy, already making his way through mid-map. He finds 2 kills on the rotation. App is a machine as well. Los Angeles Guerrillas looking to force this to a game 5 with the way they're playing. There's still a long, hard point ahead of us, Chance. I mean, that rotation's done. You got to give that one to App. Map control going the way of the Guerrillas.
I was going to say, just about everything on that hill almost perfectly done. They got broken for a few seconds, but even to make sure that they don't get trapped inside, App putting the work in to make sure that doesn't happen. You got top green control in the hands of Silly, at least for a moment, just trying to keep these players from Florida at bay. And for Florida here, if they ever get like 4 down, well, maybe they're going to get the 4 down in their favor. I was going to say they need to be concerned about getting spawn trapped. Instead, they get the clearance. Now, if they get that top green control, they are in a pretty fantastic spot to get right back in this game.
Yeah, possible to get right back in this game. LAG now trying to keep this theirs. Go for a quick Astro Gaming listen in with the Los Angeles Guerrillas.
That's just one on me.
Caution low before weak.
I have left. Caution and bricks at mid. Caution and mid.
Ramping right.
Nice.
I'm in hell. I'm on black. Do I want to black back here? Do I want
He spawned up. He already spawned up. There's no one there yet. I need a copy.
P4. I'm your man. Hold green. Oh, you can back here. I'm giving it up. I'll keep blocking. You're good.
I'm watching my use.
I've lost my square. I'm still looking over you from tank. He's gonna
play square. I'm absolutely.
I got you left right. I got you left. Neptune square hurt. Another one. There's in green.
That's his fort.
Left side. Wake absolute. Go.
Neptune on hill weak. Neptune on hill weak. One's gonna be green. 3 by hill.
Got you. I think Jared just wanted. Jared jumped out. Nothing else.
I have a trophy. Yeah.
Oh, L now. Guys, it's in L, guys. Guys, in L.
And one more break.
Arch, he got me. One's green side. Guys, in time. One hill.
We can challenge all together.
Arch in hill.
Wrap left, mid hill. Oh, he's forks, guys.
Top cat as well.
Make sure we're wrapping left to brick.
I'm waiting for you guys.
I thought rates.
Top cat.
That's top cat. I'm looking for top cat. I got one to get one shot.
Top cat no.
One shot. Got him.
Nice.
3, last
guy's on hill. He could spawn behind us.
They're there. One of them dead.
100% dead.
He naded inside green. I'm gonna jump. They're double nading me green.
You side hill.
Top green. Nice.
There's another thing.
No, wait.
I got in the back.
Don't challenge me. Last year hill.
There you hear the comms from the Los Angeles Guerrillas and Chance, a stark contrast to what we heard from the Mutineers in map 1.
That was fantastic from the Guerrillas, really was. Like, what we heard from Florida earlier, like, everything was kind of fine from all the players. No one doing anything wrong. Slack, like, trying to direct traffic. but it felt like something was missing. What we just heard from those comms, you have like Silly comment out like, all right, 18 seconds left, they're spawning here, everyone go for this wrap. They're calling out at the end of the previous hill what time those players are spawning. Because if the players are spawning when like the new hill pops, that's a different spawn location from where if they spawn 2 seconds earlier at the old hill, someone's pulling up the scoreboard and making those like on the fly adjustments, making sure everyone is hyper aware. It was on point seemingly from all 4 players. Even I think Vivid taking the time to be the leader of like, all right, like hold on, take your time, make sure we do this push together. It was great. Honestly was probably one of the better listen-ins we've had so far this year. That was even when they were getting bullied out and losing the hill.
Well, Guerrillas, they talk the talk, but right now they're going to walk the walk because Mutineers, they've got themselves on point. This is looking great. They managed to take the lead during that breakdown, and again, this is a solid hold and a difficult hard point to break wide open. Neptune there by Archers. You're going to 3-man pushing through bricks right now from LAG. Assault's going to have to back on up as the nades come through, but here come the Footmen. They're going to make their way up the left-hand side of the flank. There's the shots coming through, and it's all Florida so far. The kills keep coming. Skies, that's all 4 for the team. That's going to be slacked on a 5 spree as well. Florida, welcome back to Garrison.
Oh my God, sometimes it's nice when the comms are on point, but it's a lot nicer when in the comms you just hear Skies going dead, 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 and just kills them all.
Dead.
Racking them up, number 6 on the spree. He's got dead, next one on the list. And well, now frankly, you got maybe a little bit of game of hide and seek coming in. aBeZy, he has found his spot. See if Florida's got their prop hunt work in. Got Awakening, Awareness 99. Awakening's going to find him, right? Awakening's what he does. No, aBeZy, world champ in hide and seek, prop hunt, and Call of Duty, and even still doesn't block the spawns. That is one of the most unfortunate spawns I have seen this year. Awakening dies by them, spawns up right behind him, shoots him in the back. Florida, well, they're going to try to make use of the pressure.
LAG, get him out. Assault, man, Assault, this is a 1v2 that has just been going on forever. He is winning a big one here. And he get it done against Awakening as well. The tags are there. Assault lives! The 5 spree. Oh he's all good, baby. I was going to say, Awakening didn't expect to, you know, see the prop disguised as a world champion, you know. Like, he wasn't looking for app. App found him, though. But there we go. LAG, what a, like, a gauntlet that was from Assault. 5 kills in a row, still trying to work his way towards streaks. Final 10 seconds going to go the way of LAG here, but it's not enough to get him into the lead. Mid-map control going the way of Florida. But Assault's trying to change that.
Skies, I think through the wall as well. Skies was top green and just got that kill on the player in caution. You talk about a player that knows all the wall bang spots. This isn't even a joke. Skies literally on point. It's been like this for years. And inside the hill, well, you got that control. You were trying to keep Guerrillas pinching the back. Assault, maybe the hero play. Skies is there to deal with them, and no one able to get the clearance. No one able to get out of their spawn. AR presence right now, too strong for Florida.
Yeah, it's going big. Skies, 16 and 19, I think, overall. 30 seconds remaining in this hard point. Skies, I mean, he's the master of the ankle shot. Like, no one goes for it more than Skies, like, overall in the league. I mean, he's shown me angles I didn't even know existed on most of these maps. He's got another player come up against him, though. It's not an ankle. It could well be a head, but that's all right. Silly's dead. Skies still good to go. 212 now overall for Florida Mutineers. They are keeping the defensive line solid. Awakening, man, he is frying right now. We'll put him at the top. He does manage to get the trade in there on the Vivid. That was 3 in a row. Neptune from up high now as well. The Florida Mutineers starting to take over on Garrison Chance. And this is getting ugly.
And Neptune, by the way, just Mr. Consistency. 26 and 18. It feels like he hasn't been too flashy in the kill feed, but been putting in work from start to finish. 30 seconds in the game is Florida's. They do not have hill control, but they should get it shortly. That's 3 down in their favor. Slacked up top green gets dealt with by Silly, so maybe they're in the back spawn. But hey, it doesn't really matter if you have the back spawns if you still get that hill control. Neptune doing his best job just to stay alive.
Yeah, great job so far. The trades come through. Skies is going to be able to jump on the point. And this could be it. Mutineers in a position to potentially win this one. Big deep spawn there from the Guerrillas. They're able to get some eyes on this hard point potentially, but you got to hurry up, boys. You got to get there a little faster. So he's going to find the kills. aBeZy there on the other side of the map, trying to do what he can from a very, very dangerous spot. Slack's got eyes on. Takes him down. There we go. Vivid now on your screen. Trying to get the final few seconds as hard point, but it's all about that next one. That's really where your eyes have to go. Mutineers can get it done here. Vivid. The hard point rips open. We're going to see some contests come through. It's going to Awakening and Neptune to really make that close range game work. Silly trying to bring the fight forward. Perfect pitch, good timing, finds one, but Skies is there on the immediate bounce back. Man, the comms and the teamwork right now from Florida. 5 seconds for the win. Is anyone close by? Can you get the kills? Can you get them off it? No. It's going to be a 3-1 as the Florida Mutineers respect my pick'ems.
Done and dusted, as the Aussies say. And dude, a genuinely fantastic series. It really was from Florida. So many things we could touch on, but I'll just try to pick up the point. Think about the number of kills Skies and Awakening both in this series got from wild angles. It was in Miami, they're shooting players' feet underneath like the police van, shooting people through tanks on P1 on Crossroads, shooting people in the ankles underneath the tanks here on Garrison, getting the wall bangs as well. You never feel safe when you're playing against this AR duo. And of course, it's not just the AR duo. Again, Neptune, incredibly consistent from start to finish. Not quite sure if he got the 30 bomb, but if he didn't, he was close to it. But just a tough team to play against, man. Florida is something very fierce.
This is what I worried about. I mean, again, as a team, I think like they've got a lot to lose here, man. It's mostly just reputation. But they actually cemented it further, like showing that they do have what it takes to hang. They do have what it takes to put teams down. You know, that was a really dominant performance at times. And I think all things considered, a 3-1 victory is what I think many people expected. But I mean, LAG, dude, there were some amazing signs of life there. Like really, really brilliant stuff. Like we saw the comms are sounding fantastic. It really does come down to a little couple of individual moments. Here are your stats from that Garrison hardpoint. And man alive, like I'm just trying to, it's kind of small for me at this point in time. 26-23 for Skies there. He went pretty huge. 21 even Stevens there from Awakening, but man, a good performance across the board. And shots for two teams, like to start us off here in Super Week, a delightful series to get things going.
It was very enjoyable. It really was. That was a fun time, a close series as well, back and forth for the moments. And I would say for the side of Florida, just a lot of positive takeaways from all 4 players. Neptune putting work in the slaying category. Slack had big moments in the Garrison control. Otherwise was genuinely putting in work. And again, the in-game leader, he was like the only guy, at least it felt like for the 30-second bit we had, really trying to direct that traffic, really trying to be that in-game leader. So, I mean, across the board. And then, of course, the 2 AR players, again, just disgustingly good at everything that they do. So Florida, again, the bounce back, the hot takes, maybe being quelled for at least just a moment as they secure that 3-1 win.
Just for a moment, no one is truly safe. Now time for our Scuff play of the game. I think we got some beautiful Slacked highlight reel here, man. We're gonna see the Slacked show. I've got a funny feeling, but mate, that was a very, very dominant performance, all things considered. Oh, sorry, Skies, I misheard that. Sky is doing big things from down low. We saw him locking down these hard points chance time after time. And again, you brought up the start of this one, like from opening week, the ARs weren't really performing from Florida Mutineers. That is exactly the opposite we saw now. They've obviously gone back to the drawing board. They've done a lot of preparation in terms of this matchup, and both the ARs in this team looking fine.
And it was not just this hill as well. This is where he goes on a 5-spree, but I think the only 2 really great moments Skies had the entire game. The other one was on the P2 hill, where he goes on a 4-spree and picks up the quad feed as well. So he puts in work. And I will say, there's a lot of ARs in this game that are very slow, but those 2 guys, it seemed like they were cracked out the entire time, hyper aggressive, doing 360s in the point. And again, just nothing but positive things to be said. Great series, 3-1 lead. I'm out of words, Miles.
Oh, those boys have certainly had their game fuel chance. That's all I can say. But we have a schedule now coming up on screen for us. Again, LAG, they've got a bit of a journey ahead, no doubt about it. This is the rest of stage 1. Again, sitting 2-1 overall. Their next opponents, though, are going to be some real rough ones. Again, OpTic Chicago is going to be a tough one. And Ultra there, Feb 27th. Again, this is on the road up to the major. We're going to be seeding the major with all these points so far. And for LAG, I think, you know, every win counts. That was a tough one there to lose against Florida. But again, a big win against Paris. Can they upset OpTic? That will be the question. In Toronto, the Cinderella story may well truly continue for our purple-clad Canadian companions. Who knows, mate? Let's have a look at Florida's stage 1 journey. Is it any easier? Chance, really? You know, Paris, FaZe, OpTic. Is it any easier for them? Is it any better?
No, it's not. I was going to say both of those schedules just insanely difficult. Even like from the top of the show, the Ravens schedule. Dude, every team is just so good right now, it seems like. Or at the very least, all of these teams on this side are just going to have to run through the gauntlet. Either way, FaZe and OpTic waiting in the wings for Florida. towards Florida, well, we know can be scary. That is the real test towards the end.
Well, let's see what we can do now for the Florida Mutineers. They can put their feet up and enjoy the time off for a little bit. I think the next game's not for a little bit of time. So get out there, you know, obviously sit down with Ricky, have a little chit chat about the teams you'll be playing and do some homework going forward. But that is it, friends. The first series of Super Week is complete. We've only got 300 to go. Cannot wait to get in more of this action shots. Next up, though, is going to be our main event of the day. Before we get to that, we are going to be talking about challenges, because challenges, again, still rocking and rolling. I caught some of the community stuff last night. I'm going to be watching non-stop challenges. If you are an up-and-coming Call of Duty player, get involved in challenges. We have 20 weekend cup tournaments across NA, EU, and APAC overall. That's a lot of cheddar overall. Don't forget that during these open events, we do have during the majors, we have open events, again, across North America, Europe, and APAC, and the elite seasons going across North America and Europe as well. $500,000 across those elite season games, as well as the open. Unbelievable money right now for Call of Duty players. But these are the players to watch now. This is something new we're doing. That we're looking at some highlights, some standout players there in the amateur world. And again, for a lot of players, very, very much familiar names. But Saints from the Subliners Academy, Sibilance there from Mocky Mocky, the ATL FaZe sub, and Afro he's the London sub, man. I mean, and also of House Tarth. We'd like to see that, a Game of Thrones fan in the house. Chance, I was going to let you say a few things there, but instead, I think we're just going to throw it to a break, brother. I think we're just going to get Toronto versus Atlanta on the cards. It's going to be a high five, just maybe. Just maybe. You do it.
Just maybe. Oh, dude, my bad.
You're right.
Holy.
3, 2, 1.
We got it, right? It'll be there?
It was good enough. It was good enough. We come back after this break. I'm going to be talking to Big Wake about that massive victory there over the LAG. But don't go anywhere, friends. Plenty more Call of Duty action coming your way. Super Week has just begun.
They say credit belongs to the man in the arena who spends himself in a worthy cause. The glory is reserved for the few who, no matter what, answer the call to enter the arena. It echoes out, reverberating across the globe. It only acts to reach the bold, never the timid. The call delivers victory to the deserving and rewards the devoted. For when your time comes, there is only one option. Enter the arena. Fight for the call.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. It's now time for our victory spotlight, brought to you by Game Fuel. I am joined by none other than Big Wig. Dude, congratulations. Good series victory there over LAG. Dude, I mean, like, I was talking to you a little bit before we got started there, but like, it wasn't, you didn't have the best kickoff classic, like the opening, but like things are starting to come together. Like, tell me a bit about like how the team practice is going and how everything's been rolling with you guys.
So before we lost to Toronto, the practice honestly wasn't that good, but after we lost, it was like a wake-up call, and we started putting in the effort and grinding, and we're getting a lot better.
Yeah, man. I mean, it really does look like, you know, the results are there. My biggest concern, I'm not sure if you saw the pre-show, but I was worried about you guys today. I was like, if you don't win this series today in a convincing fashion, I'm like, in my opinion, you start falling outside of that top 4, top 5 position. Was there any pressure on you guys coming into today that like maybe you set for yourself or the rest of the team set?
No, I don't think so. I think we knew it was a big match, but I think we were all pretty confident in our ability to beat the Guerrillas.
Yeah, it looked at times like, you know, there was a real good game there, but mostly cool, mostly chill. Is there anyone in the league so far that like you are a little worried about? Like, who's the team that you really, really want to come up against?
Probably just the top, like Dallas, OpTic, and FaZe, probably.
Yeah. Anyone in particular on those teams? Have you got anyone with a little bit of beef with? Anything juicy? Any like Perez Hilton style juicy dirt we can get on you?
I guess you can say Crimsix. He's always been kind of weird to me, but other than that, not really.
That's right. Well, we're looking forward to those games when they come up. But congratulations once again. A nice 3-1 victory. You've earned some time off. Anything you want to say to the fans before we go?
I want to thank you guys for all your support, because it actually means a lot. Coming from last year, everyone thought I cheated, and just you guys keep supporting me, and we'll keep winning.
Hey, right on. Thank you very, very much again. Big wait, ladies and gentlemen. That was our victory spotlight, brought to you by Game Fuel. When we come back, we've got a whole lot more Call of Duty here. Don't go anywhere. Tons still to happen in the CDL. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. It's now time for the last matchup we have today to get Super Week on the road. It's Toronto Ultra versus Atlanta FaZe, and myself and Chance, we are very, very excited to get into this one. Which one's Miles, which one's Chance? You'll never know. Actually, Jackie, you can see it. Damn it, I ruined it. But today's attire is again brought to you by the lovely people of Atlanta FaZe. We got those crates. You can see the unboxings and all sorts on Twitter. It's all out there, baby. But we are ready to get into this one, Chance. I mean, bro, this is going to be a good matchup. There's no doubt about it.
I mean, this is really just a great test of exactly how good Toronto is. I think everyone still has high expectations of FaZe, but I think really the deal breaker for Toronto We called them the dark horse. They've had some great wins under their belt. Toronto, of course, included in this, but now we get to see them against some of the best players in the world. And really, man, I'm excited to watch the search and destroys for this series. It is aBeZy at what he does best, going for those first bloods. And we'll see if a guy like Cleanex can rise to the occasion and try to match that energy.
Yeah, very, very exciting plays all around, but let's just get this show on the road, ladies and gentlemen. Put your ghillie suits together for the Toronto Ultra.
Yeah. I'ma get right in my bag. Why you gonna try to get mad? Everybody wanna keep up. Don't you know I move too fast? I'ma zip right past. Drip all on my swag. Why you trying to size me up? You don't wanna try your luck. Hot as a stove, what did you know? Burn like coal, yeah, you know I go. Way too hot, yeah, really too cold. I'ma keep going till I hit my goals. Better get back when I'm in my zone. Do it for the ones that I know back home. Did it myself, they ain't put me on. Don't you call back if you hear that tone. Another level.
Toronto Ultra quickly going from dark horse to potentially front runner in this race. Again, they have won fans, hearts, minds, you name it. Bans, Cammy, Cleanex, Methods. We talked about a very, very diverse and exciting squad. You got high-paced players in the submachine guns and good old metal boots Methods on the end there. A tried and true assault rifle player. But this squad chance has been looking delightful so far in 2021.
I think delightful is a fair statement. I'd say the series they had against Florida, they just kind of went crazy, man. It was Cleanex and Cammy, actually Cleanex and Vance, I probably should say, really pushing the pace on them, just completely soldering with the SMGs. And I think those players really stand out as being the highlight. When you compare their aggression to like the style that Methods is going to play, again, it is incredibly difficult to play against because you're sitting there with the comms, calling out all the guys that are cracked out, always in your face, and every 10, 15 seconds, like Methods is top green. Go through the kills again, try to clear the front guys out, Methods is still top green. It's just a complicated style to deal with. We'll see if FaZe has anything cooked up for them.
Well, you're speaking of the devil and they will make themselves known to you, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome the Atlanta FaZe.
Atlanta, Georgia, you magnificent beast, you. This is 2021, baby. And the 2021 Atlanta FaZe are stacked. We got us a member of the Scuff Team of the Year by the name of Simp.
Grabs the bomb, 10 seconds left, and he realizes he can't get to the other side.
The other battle-hardened returnees are aBeZy and Cellium.
Out of the way! Cellium! No, he's not even shot down! aBeZy doesn't even need to go fence!
Arcitys is here.
Can he get the angle over the top? He gets the kill! Arcitys with the 1v2 clutch!
Atlanta FaZe.
The Atlanta FaZe, one of the most storied teams in the league right now, are runners-up from the 2020 season. aBeZy, Arcitys, Cellium, and Simp. Arcitys bringing the Thunder Heroes and Assault Rifle to the squad, but the Tiny Terrors of aBeZy and Simp, no strangers to Call of Duty and Cellium. One of the most standout players. He came in through the Black Ops 4 season. Big fans of their work. Can FaZe continue the hot streak they're on? Again, I think they are arguably the best search and destroy team in the league. Can't wait to see him go up against Røkkr, though. That's going to be a treat. But for now, Toronto Ultra stand in their way. I don't know about you, Chance, but things are getting very, very hot under these suits. I'm actually going to take it off. Again, thank you, Atlanta FaZe, for sending this.
I'm going to be honest. I kind of like it. I'm not too far against it at all. I do appreciate FaZe for heading it to this way. And we can't even be seen. Now I can breathe a little bit. I'm going to leave the vest on just for comfort for myself. But again, very excited for the series. And you're exactly right. Atlanta, I think one of two teams that are still undefeated in Search and Destroy. 3-0 in the two series that they played. Again, maybe Toronto could just be the upset kings and take them down in that game. We'll have to see on old map number 2.
Yeah, can Toronto be the giant killers? I mean, that is a very good question. We are almost ready to get into our first game. And Call of Duty fans, you're in for a treat. It's a raid hardpoint to start the series off. I do believe the Search and Destroys will be the most exciting and most entertaining so far. And again, if you're going to see a Toronto win, it's got to come in the Search. If they can force it to that round 5, if they absolutely positively have to. But to see how well their Search form looks is going to be the difference maker. Let's get into this one, Chance. Raid on hardpoint, our final series of the day. Super week. It's been very good so far.
Dude, these guys give us a raid hard point. I like these teams already. This is a great time. Also, Miles, is that the first time you've ever stripped on camera?
I can't answer that.
Fair enough. I realized that I was taking off the helmet. Not the helmet, whatever it is. I was like, first time for everything. Interesting. It's a weird world that we live in, you know?
Yeah, you always remember your first time. Here we go. Into the hard point. FaZe versus Ultra. Oh, as I get comfortable, I'm not kidding, that suit is hot. Shout out to Atlanta FaZe. So appreciate getting a military crate delivered to my door. I didn't ask any questions. Let's rock and roll. aBeZy, just the first blood himself, about to get a taste of his own medicine. Uh-oh, that's a lot of nades. That's a lot of nades. And already, the kill's coming through. It's going to be Simp who picks up 3 off the rip. We'll take that hard point, thank you.
And they've got them pinned in the back of the base. Maybe a couple players coming out through the art side of things. It's going to be Simp inside of the hill. He's got his teammates for the cover. You got aBeZy able to take at least 1 down, but you see the pressure's going to be coming inside the point, even with the AK-74U running circles around the opposition. And then Cellium, tired of his teammate, wants to be the guy to take him down. Well, Ultra going to be a little bit happy for it. They get control of ring with 20 seconds left. Of course, though, all about that rotation in FaZe. You can see the setup that they've got, leaving a player in the middle of the map, and well, you need to keep back laundry control as well. The spawns are going to be actually coming out, so that means aBeZy needs to stay alive in the back.
He's got to stay alive in the back as the remaining teammates make their way through middle. It's a battle in the kitchen, and it's already frying. There we go. Big kills that go the way. Simp's going to find the trades. Cammy and Methods may find some, but it's not going to quite be enough. Here comes Methods. No metal boots about it. Straight on the point. aBeZy wins a big one there with the XM4. Over to Bounce now. Picks up the trades. Easy pickings there. It's just a couple of crumbs there on the bottom floor of the kitchen. It's going to be up to Simp next to charge his way forward. And this is the pace you're talking about from Atlanta FaZe. Like, you can't even breathe. If you're Ultra, you have to hold that point. Your trades have to be so clinical. You still have to make sure that you're winning those rotations as well. CleanX, this is the guy you're looking to step up and keep that pace that Atlanta FaZe have already set so well.
Yeah, you're talking about being tough to breathe, but CleanX nice and easy on this one. He upped and buffed and blew their house down. He's on a force breathe for the moment. Kept his team alive on kitchen to get them a very nice lead. One-on-one against aBeZy. He does get taken down, and now actually splits coming in from Toronto. A couple players trying to make the hero play. Base through. Wade's trying to win his one. Can't do that. Cammy tried to pinch from the other side. aBeZy won that one-on-one as well. So making sure you stay on point for your ones. He's finally able to get that rotation down by 40 points as the hill starts.
Over to the garage we go. The garage, where I'm from. It's going to be a heavy push through the house side. Arcitys, that fantastic XM4 ringing out. A very tight angle to work with there on the shot, but he makes it look easy. aBeZy's up next versus CleanX. Here comes the fight. CleanX just a little too sneaky there as he slips and slides into the kill feed. Still, hard point in the hands of Atlanta FaZe. Arcitys up next. CleanX barely regen his health, but he don't care. He may have just been dropped there from behind, but that's going to be Cellium picking up the shots. Nice nades coming through for Bance. Nice kills once again. And aBeZy with the trades going to keep the hard point in the hands of FaZe. Right place, right time. Otherwise, that next 20 seconds, that would have all gone the way of Ultra. Now, rotations underway. Cammy's going to slowly and steadily creep his way through this one. Simp finds one on the side of kitchen. Over towards basketball we go, and Simp, he and Arcitys are in there early. Cammy's going to try to contest from the back there, but this is not going to be easy.
Keep in mind, this is effectively a 3v4, maybe a 3v3 now that Simp gets that kill, but aBeZy very far away from supporting his teammates. But now that aBeZy's actually made it through bedroom, they know they just have to focus on these back steps. Methods, though, able to get inside on a head glitch where he likes to be. His teammates in support, and the kills, these are easy for him. 2 down in their favor. You can see Arcitys doesn't even want to challenge that gunfight straight away. Wants to wait for his teammates. The push through pool really starting to show up.
And this hard point still being contested. Atlanta pushing this one forward. Big kills go their way. Remaining 30 seconds will be theirs. Still going to be thinking about the rotation. Does look like we are going to get another hit out of this. CleanX possibly able to put the pressure on. This is a lot of time you don't want to give up. But again, the rotations are down. Ultra within positions for the next hard points. The CleanX, he's still trying to keep these players pinned. At the very, very least, that's what you can do now. Keep them in trouble. And it's about time now, I think, friends, that we go for a very quick Astro Gaming listen in with Atlanta FaZe.
Benny, I'm in ring. I'm trying. I'll team. He's on the back up. I said clean, no. Intake. It's all good. Go pull steps. Yeah, go. Someone go ring. Someone come kitchen with me. One of you guys come kitchen with me.
I'm going kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm playing.
Yeah.
Waiting.
Yeah.
On team ring.
Zig over challenge.
Hard flash open. We ran back to Zig.
One rock. Be hard kill time.
Hey, Cammy.
I'm coming full.
Weak. He's weak.
Still on time.
Weak Zig. Weak. I bring someone top everything. Alright, I spawn pull.
I'm
going kitchen.
Sound Zig. Zig, one shot.
Bandit, held that. I'm
ready.
Zig, clean next, one shot. Absolute Zig. Get hill.
Try.
Got time.
Which one? Top part.
I'm trying.
Thanks, Ed. Behind me.
I'm in there, Kimmy.
What's outer behind you too?
Let's
bro. Okay, don't.
Alright, let's spawn pull.
Art, top art.
Front and top logic. We're good.
I'm playing art.
There's 2 on time, one's turning around logic here.
They have no trophies on time.
You're missing in on art.
On team art.
I'm laying over.
Driveway's in.
That's in.
One shot, Jenny does.
Then on me.
I'm sliding weapon.
They have 1 trophy
on stage. now.
Logic steps in.
I'm needing time.
Outer, Kimmy, outer.
Outer child, 1 shot.
I'm missing one.
Might be pinch.
Clear him back.
One's backing out.
Pillars, one shot.
I'm about to push.
Go.
One's on me.
While we have Ultra in charge of the hard point there, Chance, you heard that listening, man. I mean, big takeaways there from FaZe's comms.
I would say just fairly like reactionary, like not super proactive on calling out where the spawns are going to be coming through, but still decent information, taking your time, making sure you go on the breaks, and maybe the most important thing, as long as you just tell Cellium where they are, he is going to beam them. So hey, maybe a couple problems solved. aBeZy winning a nice one on the back to keep those back spawns nice and secure and inside the point. Well, the trade's maybe not coming through. Cammy was able to pick up 2 and trying to stay alive. The trade not even instant from aBeZy, and Cammy goes big, able to take down 3, pushes out the back, gives him the 4, knows where to look for Arcitys, does get taken down, but job well done. Cammy goes off, ill time secure for Ultra as they take the lead.
That was some run from Cammy. I mean, again, you got to keep up with the pace and the skill that FaZe are bringing to it, and right now, Ultra, they're going toe-to-toe with some of the coolest in the league, and that's going to be Cleanix back on point. 3 spree to his name, trying to make it a 4th. Arcitys is going to make him work for it. Cleanix, no stranger to the hard graft. 20 seconds now just about remaining there on the hard point. FaZe will get the remaining time. The breaks have been decent, if not a little late. But right now, Ultra, 169 and counting. Kills come through. They're going to have to fight their way to the far right-hand side of the map, but at the very least, do it together.
I just want to point out that was crazy fast reaction time from Cellium to put away the nade as soon as he saw that trophy. It's a small thing. I was impressed by it. Just throwing that out there. Either way, FaZe on the rotation, though. They got the full setup. Arcitys posted up inside the hill. All the pressure actually coming from his right side, though. He hasn't turned yet.
Oh my God.
And Arcitys just gets shot in the side, so FaZe completely unaware of what was going on in that situation. But hey, Ultra, they'll take full advantage. Make sure they retain that lead. Try to run it up if they can.
Say, how long can you make this work? Cellium has just slipped right on through the defense. He was in. Trying to create those opportunities for his teammates. aBeZy came forward, found 1 before being dropped, and Ultra hold the hard point once again. The remaining 30 will go their way, and we're starting to get to the point in the map now where you can't give up these 30 seconds. Simp knows that. He's going to go for the kill, gets the player off the point for now. Cammy's going to have to backpedal and stay on top of that one. But again, you see those the mini-map there, those red arrows setting up around the basketball court. That's going to be the top right-hand side of the map. Ultra, 1 clean break will get them on it, but it is not going to be easy. 2 players there in kitchen, 1 player by the pool bar, 1 player on the point. It's over to Methods now to try to make the break.
That is not a good way to start. The mistakes were made with the nade. You hate to see it, and you can see just how far pushed away these players actually are. And they need to get to the basketball, and Methods still so far away. His team potentially setting up a pinch for him, because actually, well, Methods does have 2 errors kind of focused on him, but Simp rotates in, try to kill these players in kitchen. Once kitchen is open, now Methods makes his move, but by the time he starts to move, his entire team is dead. First push gets completely stuffed by FaZe, who again, they were down by quite a bit, but might be able to take the lead by the time basketball ends.
Yeah, I mean, Cleanix and Bounce find some nice opening kills. It's on Arcitys next, watching the top end of the stairs, and this is almost a perfect 60. They've held this so well. They will have the lead once again if they do manage to keep this one rolling. And well, Chance, we are going to go into some tight hard points towards the end of this one. Just about tied up. FaZe will have a 10-second lead as we go into the next set of rotations. And take it all back. By the tree we go. Cammy, we saw great success from Toronto with the rotations in the last set. Can they repeat this one and put themselves within spitting distance of the win?
And now Toronto just playing keep away, keep them away from the hill. Cammy responsible for ring. He does his job. Now Bance actually by himself just a little bit. Teammate that he's got help is actually full steps, but he gave up kitchen for a moment. Players trying to come through, but Cammy ripping off heads. He's able to find 2. 10 seconds in this game is theirs.
It could be theirs right now. He bounces in position. There's a perfect 4-way pinch. This could work out for FaZe. There's 1. Up over the top, Arcitys finds a second. There was no way you could watch all 4 positions at once, and that was the perfect time to get the break. Now straight onto the point go FaZe. This is is as tight as it can possibly come. 10 seconds now for the win for FaZe. You're going to have to see the break come through ASAP now for Ultra. It could fall apart right now. Got to get a player on the point. Bat's trying to get the contester. He does. Is his teammates there to help out? The hard point's still ticking. No one's there. FaZe, they pull the candy right out of the crocodile's mouth, and that is a massive steal in map 1.
A dangerous reach for the candy as well. Reaching inside, he almost got trapped and got the thing bitten off, and maybe candy a big part of the reason why. He was putting in work, man, especially on this kitchen hill. Even towards the end, he was the guy picking up 2 pieces, trying to make that break towards the point. When all said and done, I will kind of say that felt like somewhat of a flat game coming out of FaZe, right? You have the moments inside a garage where Arcitys just unaware that player's pushing his window side. I don't know if his teammates were supposed to get his cuts and just left it open or what the situation was, but it did not feel like super clean gameplay for FaZe. They get the win anyway. That'll put a little bit of wind in their sails, or maybe not. They just look, again, just flat is the only word I can think of.
It's a little flat. Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, the comms are good and they're making the right decisions, but it doesn't feel like the same hot FaZe we've seen. But nonetheless, right place, right time. Here are the stats from that raid hardpoint, and boy, howdy. We talked about Cammy going off again there, 23-26 overall, 25-21 for Cleanex. Again, the submachine guns, faster players really finding the success there. For FaZe, in the kills department, there wasn't a lot. There really wasn't. They just played the map very, very well. That's all they needed to do, Chance. I mean, dude, what an opening map in the series.
I think the most important of the game probably for FaZe was just that basketball hold they had towards the end. It was when all the pressure was coming over from Laundry. Dealt with it pretty well, and maybe Simp was probably that guy. He was one of the 2 players kind of dealing with methods from back Laundry. Simp was also the guy that reacted and then went to pick up Kitchen to make sure he traded out the kills when his teammates fell. But either way, they were down by a ton after the garage hill. They made the comeback, got that win. Now we get to see him in search.
Now we get to see him in search. We're staying on Raid, friends. Raid 24/7 playlist in this series, but we have got a very, very exciting series ahead of us. The Search and Destroy. This should be an absolute bout between Toronto and Atlanta. When we come back, more COD action.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by GameFuel. Use code CDL 2021 for a special discount on GameFuel.com. Tournament audio and team listen-ins are powered by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the Call of Duty League.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. And my boy Joey D there saying that Verdansk campers have made their way to the desk. Everyone loves a ghillie suit from Joey D. Again, this is our social soundboard powered by Astro, and Joe is correct. That man spends a lot of time in Verdansk. He's seen many of these. Let's be honest, we've seen plenty of these Timmies in the bushes, but now there are Timmies behind the desk, and we're having a great day here. Super Week is rocking and rolling so far. We're here in the lovely Santa Monica. Again, that's the pier behind us over there. I think some of you have been there. We've had many a gracious time here. Back in the days when we used to do events in person, we used to come to LA. It was always fun going to Anaheim. Do you remember those days? Me neither. We've been in quarantine for 200 years. Now, though, we're going to have a quick look at our Game Fuel keys to victory. We're going to look at Atlanta first, and I don't think steal it in the final second chance we're on Atlanta's keys to victory, I must admit.
Not at all, but hey, maybe that's what it takes to get the job done. Actually, there you go, dude. Close out the hard points. Nailed that one to the highest degree. Even Simp again being the guy making some of the big plays, at least on the basketball hill towards the end, and then keep dominating and search. That's the look that we get to see from map number 2. Again, still undefeated on this map, and again, aBeZy has been a massive factor as to why. Hyper-aggressive, seemingly never has a bad game. He might have bad stretches within a game, maybe 3 or 4 rounds where he's not able to get any bit of luck, but eventually he will break through. It's inevitable.
Yeah, man, that was the ultimate closeout the search. Wow, like 3 seconds to spare there. Could have gone real bad. But we're gonna have a look at the Game Fuel keys to victory now for Toronto Ultra. Keep up with FaZe and kills and rotations. Trust that you have the skill and teamwork to do so. And dude, they came close. They came close.
Yeah, incredibly close, excuse me. And yeah, don't play Miami. I'm assuming that one's done and out of the way. We're not kidding
dodged it.
About the Raid 24/7 playlist. We even got Raid Control coming up after this. But hey, if they could steal a surge, that would be big. And frankly, Toronto, I have faith in them to do it. They still look scary. Even though they lost the squeaker of a game, just got to press regain, hit that bounce back, get ready for map number 2. Of course, things might get scary if you start getting eased up. It might be a little bit more difficult to try to get back in the swing of things. But again, if anything, I would say FaZe did feel a little bit flat. In my mind, this would be the perfect time to try to take advantage of that fact and try to steal. Not steal, just win.
Yeah, just win it. It's not about stealing it, it's yours. It's yours to take. But yeah, don't play Miami. Oh my God. Don't do that. Not against FaZe. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Game 2, here we go. Back to Raid for a search and destroy. 2 bomb sites, 1 bomb, 8 players, and a whole load of fun. You see Atlanta FaZe on defense first. And chance again for a team like FaZe. I mean, right now, arguably the best search team in the league. A win for Toronto would be spectacular. See if they can bring it. We're going to see FaZe in the red arrows, Toronto Ultra in the gray. They'll be wearing their alternate kits. I always wondered, why don't we call it home and alternate? Surely it's home and away. Who did this? Who do I need to speak to?
I mean, alternate just means it doesn't matter. This is pedantic. First bloods, though, do matter. aBeZy always on point. Admittedly, though, does immediately get traded out.
Yep, trades are there. Cammy's on the hunt now for a wild Simp. Simp, there he is, eaten alive. It's a 3v1 situation after what was a very exciting opener, and Bance with the bomb down at B. Arcitys is at the back of the kitchen right now, trying to make it interesting, and you know what? They might just charge him. Just charge him. Cammy's going to be there for the fight. Methods is backing him up. And Arcitys, I mean, he's dangerous. He can win these fights. The trade's there. Round 1 to Toronto.
Job well done. Hyper-aggressive play call as well. Just flood over towards ring. And again, we're expecting aBeZy to be able to get these first bloods. As long as you trade him out, not a big deal at all, right? And making sure that you have the body stacked up to make sure you get the trades. And the important thing about playing that fast, player that's the lone man for FaZe on defense, the defending A, there is just no time for him to get back in the swing of things. That's why Arcitys was left last one alive. Perfect round to get that bounce back as well from the hard point. Nice job by Toronto.
Toronto. I understand there is no second T in the word Toronto. There we go. Made bigger mistakes. A new round, and here we go. It's a heavy hit towards B there from Atlanta FaZe. The lone defender Methods is about to run in a whole lot of trouble. The first blood, though, goes the way of Methods. He does get it from top laundry. aBeZy's on the hunt. Already. Toronto.
Methods wanted no part of that, man. He ran away as fast as he could. Wise decision.
We watched that mini-map. Like, he turtled up so good. But Cammy backed him up as well, man. I mean, again, that's a smart play from Toronto. We're playing the FaZe you know, the aggressive FaZe. But just a step out there. And now Bance. Slow and steady rotation through the back of the map. Bruise the artwork. Potential now for real damage. Benjamin Bance, what have you got? Timing could be great. Cellium, perfect awareness, but not quite enough on the trigger. And that's going to be the first kill from Bance here on the flank. It's a 4v2. Cammy from up front. Oh, it's squeaky clean. Simp manages to get one, but the trades are there. Toronto with another decisive round here on Raid.
And playing them like a fiddle. You cannot ask for anything to possibly go better for that round. perfect angle coming out of Methods, and again, him turning and running. Well, him being one shot maybe is part of the explainer, but again, aBeZy trying to hunt him down, but he turtles up. Cammy's immediately there for the support. They got the perfect crossfire set up like immediately. And of course, the flank coming in from Bance, able to take his time with it, shoots one player in the back, and then I think it was Cleanix that came from mid-map, so they doubled up perfectly, 2-2 split. Like, just a machine right now, Toronto seems to be.
Very aggressive round from Toronto. I mean, they are not stopping here. In from behind, Cammy. Finds one. And that's going to clean out the players in laundry. Bomb site now wide open. Here comes the plant from Bance, and it's going to be on Simp and Arcitys to play retake. They're going to both opt to do it from Art side of the map. So again, if everyone on Toronto can get to their positions, please. The shots are going to be there. Slows it down for now. It looks like he managed to take care of the trophy system there. So unlucky from Simp. Arcitys, though, XM4 forward, finds a nice kill there. Simp on the flank, trying to find another angle here as Arcitys finds that first blood here. 25 seconds remain. Damage dealt. Simp's going to have to take the longer route back. Can Arcitys deal the damage alone now, Chance? 20 seconds on the clock. Trying to spread the defense thin. Simp, good timing. Does he make it in? Does he manage to make the kills? Not a chance. Toronto with their third in a row.
In the 2v4 attempt in the end, doesn't even matter. Like Simp, there's no time for him to flank, but if you go through pillars, you're just going to die. That is just another opening break call. Hyper aggression through ring, and just those first two kills were perfect. I think it was Cleanix that got the first blood on aBeZy, and then Cellium when he's looking for that trade. There's no time wasted. I think Cammy just flew through on the other side of laundry, get it pinched out, and get the control of the site, get the bomb down. Easy wins for them. You mentioned FaZe potentially being best search team in the game. Well, right now they're getting completely worked on the map. Back with the aggression, Cleanix inside ring. Once again, no time wasted. Looking for the first blood. Connects on aBeZy. Just like that, clean and easy. FaZe aren't even shooting back.
Bance is in the back as well. Like Simp's like, where did everyone go? Where are my teammates? Can I do a 1v4? I probably can. But Toronto said, oh, no way. 4-0 Ultra as... You know what I was going to say there, but I'm not going to do it. Wow, 4 rounds back to back.
What is this, like league play for these guys?
Oh my.
I mean, just no fear in their hearts, hyper aggressive calls just flooding through. I mean, again, they're not shooting back.
They can't.
I think at least 3 of those kills were just completely clean. Cleanix, mention aBeZy of how he's inevitable. He got the first kill of the game, hasn't done a thing since. You expect maybe a bounce back, but maybe Toronto just have their numbers. Even Bance right now, 6-1. Just an efficient game, but the slowest round we've seen so far. Now actually FaZe might be able to set up a flank.
Yeah, this is it. That's it. Simp gets the first blood on the Cleanix. All of a sudden, FaZe are like, okay, we're the Tiny Terrors. We're the most gruesome twosome in the game. Hold my hand and let's go get some kills. They've done that. They've doubled up together. It's going to be Arcitys and Cellium up top. The Tiny Terrors of Simp and aBeZy 3 and 4 hitting the flanks. Now, the bomb does go down at A, 35 seconds before that bad boy pops. Cammy's trying to watch steps. Here comes the push. In from behind. Atlanta FaZe trying to make something work out. Nades go through. Black Jacket saves the day. aBeZy gets the first kill on the flank. Simp now making his way forward as well. The Tiny Terrors in good form. They cut him down from behind with ample time for the defuse as well. Atlanta FaZe, welcome back to the map. A great round.
And match aggression with aggression, right? Just aBeZy and Simp, the gruesome twosome, as you so wisely put it, just flooding through Zig, get that control, flank out over towards ring, and even though there's nothing there, the retake on point. I will say I wasn't too big of a fan of this setup coming in from Toronto on defense. Granted, they have a 3v4, but they just kind of let Simp and aBeZy walk up on the flank. Like if you're up top bedroom, you can get an angle, just lay down and make sure they're never allowed to get that close, but maybe they felt like the pressure was going to be there faster, so they played a bit more passive. Either way, a little bit weird to be critical of the team that is currently up 4-1, so see if they can let it ride and bounce back on defense.
But you're right, though. That was the slowest round that Toronto had, and immediately FaZe countered on that one. It's just like a perfect... It's the Røkkr to their paper, right? It was so right. And Arcitys now opening this up with a blinder like FaZe. It's all gas, no brakes right now. They're going to hit that B site as quick as they possibly can. It's on Methods. Oh my god, the timing on that. He may have been able to catch the player on pillars, but again, aBeZy on the prowl. Truly trying to push these players out and not let these power positions be just that. aBeZy still on the 2 spree right now. Arcitys going to get the bomb down, planning laundry side. The flank opened up somewhat. It's going to be Simp watching the side through Zig. aBeZy watching the backside here, and it's a 2-1 split now for Toronto on the retake. Simp pushed out. Bance now trying to find the kill in the defenders. Methods finds one on the other side of the map. The timing could be great here is Bance. Good timing, catches Simp. Arcitys now, it's going to be a 2v2. Methods trying to make his way in from behind as well. Bance, the timing absolutely magnificent from Benjamin. Bance, and it's going to be a 1v1. It's the ARs with 20 seconds left on the clock, but Arcitys has got a 74U as well. Methods up from the top, and FaZe, they cut it down. Another round to Atlanta.
Oh, and I want to see a look at the best play as well. I'm hoping it's Arcitys here. Yeah, we'll see how he gets the kills, gets the trade on that player, 1 bullet, picks up the right gun for the job as well. And you can see playing with his foot on Methods, man. Knew he was in the back, a little jiggle up in the top window. Perfectly done, but I'll say, man, that took a lot for FaZe to get that win. Poor Cellium, by the way, too. Bance, I mean, just annihilates him off the head glitch, and Cellium looking for his first kill still.
Yeah, that was disgusting, man. Woof, okay. Okay, we've got a search on our hands. This ain't over yet. Signs of life from FaZe. This is going to be round number 3 in a row if they can get it done. Bance trophy's out. It's a 4-man hit in towards that B site. aBeZy with a perfect reset. A lot of damage dealt. Big first kill from Simp. The nades come through. Cellium, can he finally get on the board? He can, and it's not a second though to be had. It's now a 2 versus 2, and just like that, slow things down. Bance with that ring control. And before though, aBeZy once again on the flank. The timing could be really good here, but they're about to outflank one another. Bance could find a kill here. Bance could get in from behind and get himself an Arcitys, and he does. With that now, aBeZy now in a 1v2 situation. Eyes up, finds the first. aBeZy on the slide out. Is the trade going to be there? No, it's not. It's going to be Bance. He has to make the play. He's got to make the hunt now. The bomb's going to be going down at B, and there was a slight window to get it done. But can aBeZy bring this one back from the brink? The pre-aim's there, but no. Bance from up high. Toronto stop the bleeding. 5-2.
Bance is just different right now. I think that's 9 kills to his name. That is the instant play call of like he tries to hunt aBeZy down. As soon as he's cleared out pillars, he's like, well, might as well just plant the bomb. 0 time wasted, and aBeZy tracked him this entire time. But the confidence to go on top and look for the gunfight. Benjamin Bance, man. His castle is here. They got that 5-2 lead, and well, Cellium was able to get off the donut can, but the level of production has not been there, especially not in comparison, man. Bance, he's just killing faster, is all it is.
11-3. Arcitys with bomb in hand. Aggressive push now from FaZe. What could well be their last round. aBeZy, no first blood for you, my friend. Kleenex finds the first. The immediate trade from Simp. Bit of vengeance now as Simp from up high trying to get involved. Simp, Cellium the board now lighting up for Atlanta FaZe, but Cammy still alive and well on the bottom of the ring. The second kill goes his way, and just like that, it's a 1v2. Cellium, you haven't been here for much of the map. You've got to get involved now. Can he keep FaZe in this search and destroy? And the answer, man, we're about to find out. Cammy up high. Eyes are on there. It could be the bait and switch now as the player from below is Benjamin Bance, the MVP of Raid Search and Destroy right now, but he can't get it done. It's a big win there from Cellium. Now a 1 versus 1, and Cammy, he's going to dip his toe into the arena, but Cellium, oh my word, the shots there through the side of the statue, just unable to get it done. There's 35 seconds remaining. Cellium to keep his team in this one in a 1v1 against Cammy. There's the exchange. Here comes the push. Cammy with a reposition. Cellium, tension in the air, clock ticking. Cammy just has to stay alive. The damage been dealt. Will Cammy stay atop his perch? Can the Flying Scotsman get it done? No! Cellium keeps FaZe in it.
In spite of this, man, Cammy doing that little dance inside a ring, but Cellium earning the paycheck. That is a stressful round for everyone involved, but hey, only 4 kills total. Got 3 in that round and the 1v2 to keep the dream alive. That is just a machine at work either way. Just like a couple shots here and there, never overextends, just plays the situations perfectly. Of course, Cammy really just did nothing wrong, but now Toronto back on the attack. They've shown A once before. This time Arcitys is here to defend.
Oh, nice kill on the fans. Great trade. Now aBeZy, you can cut through time. In mid with enough time, you can honestly get the kills here, but Method's going to get the quick plant. He's going to get out of dodge while he still can. He does have some teammates to cover him. You know, the bar he goes. Toronto with the bomb. Can it be the last bomb of the search? Eyes on aBeZy there. Uncheck. Next, but aBeZy still, he's going to be sweet in that position. Just waiting for his teammates to try to buy some time. Get in position. aBeZy just doesn't care. Charges straight on through. Puts Methods in the pool. Health back. It's on a Cammy now. Kleenex is still trying to provide from cover from down low, does get it done. Simp now charging his way forward, a shot punch, but Cellium with a team kill. It's unfortunate to say the least, but Cell in a 1v1 once again. The bomb in the hands of Cell for now. If he can get these kills, the time's not going to work out for him. That could well be it. There's not enough time. Cammy checks it perfectly. And Toronto Ultra, the first upset of the series, the search and destroy stolen there from Atlanta, FaZe. And this god does bleed.
And things you hate to see, that team kill at the end, costly, but really just unfortunate that they lined up like that. Cellium did nothing wrong, at least not that round, but Toronto just on point. Again, just the speed, they get the bomb down, they trade out the kill on Arcitys. And just really, the way they set the tone, just that entire map, they had, what, 4 rounds in a row? I think they got just playing at a blistering pace. And again, that's got to do a great deal for their confidence. Or actually, probably does nothing to their confidence. If they were playing like that, they were already sitting at an all-time high. Fantastic game number 2 for them. And frankly, if it wasn't for the heartbreaker for game number 1, they'd be singing their praises about how fantastic they look. There's nothing to sing there. Bands just, I mean, stone-faced as always.
It was good, man. It was BO3 Bands. It was fantastic stuff. Bands really putting in a shift there. But I was thinking about that 1v1 with Cellium. Here's the stats, by the way. As you can see, a fast search. Let's be honest. That was a great one from Toronto there on raid. I was thinking about those 1v1 situations, and I was like, who would I rather have in a 1v1? My All-Stars 1v1 champion from the 2020 season, or anyone else? And like, I backed Cellium from the start of that competition until the bitter end, and my boy did it. So like, no big surprises there. Like, he has the ice, there's no doubt about it. It's just a shame he couldn't get more involved at the start of that map, because it could have been a very, very different outcome. But man, either way, the comms, everything looking great there from Toronto Ultra. Now it's time for our US Army tactical play. Round 7, it's your boy Bance. He was the bomb, man. He was non-stop throughout that entire map. Wonderful stuff.
Oh, and this was the play he had right for the 1v1 towards the end. Gets the flank on this player. aBeZy eventually trades out his teammate. And again, the decision making. Bance, as soon as like he's not able to trade this out, aBeZy's able to scurry away. He just wastes no time. Just says, hey, I know he's art side. I can plant safely for laundry. Gets the bomb down straight away. Goes straight to top ring. And again, the important part is him taking the gunfight. If he tries to play a little bit sneaky, aBeZy was tracking him this entire way. If he does anything other than jump up on top and try to look for the kill as soon as he can, probably does not get that win. But either way, puts in work, finished with a double-digit game, had quite a few clutches, and it wasn't even just that one. He had a couple flanks even the rounds before. Bance, again, completely putting in work. And finally, a smile on his face. A little bit relieved before they go into the control.
Going into the control after this very, very quick break. I must admit, a bit of a surprise there to see Toronto take the search. We're tied up 1-1. We come back after this very, very quick one, friends. More action from the COD League.
They can't stop it. They can't stop the kids. They can't stop it. They can't stop the kids. Check the numbers, I'm running it up. I got plenty bands, I'm thumbing it. Yeah. Do what you can, you could try. You can't stop it. OC dub, way up like a rocket. Acting up, acting out, way out of pocket. For the grind, for the hustle, I can't knock it. Do what it take, do what you do, you could try. Yeah. I've been up, I've been stuck up in the sky. Yeah. Lonely at the top, I can't lie. Haters watch it, throw the piece, tell them bye. I got things to do, I got bands to get. Competition up in smoke, ooh, cannabis. Ask me why I'm a top 10 candidate. I'm so fly, I'm so clean, ooh, and I'm rich. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kids. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kids. Check the scoreboard, I'm running up stats. Numbers don't lie, that's facts. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kids. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kids. Check the numbers, I'm running it up. I got plenty bands, I'm thumbing it, yeah. Tell them move. Get up out the way. It's ludicrous, yeah, how much I'm getting paid. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10K. No mob ties for the player being made. Now how you spoke to your girl, better check her phone. And do you know what she doing when you not at home? And when she tell you she alone, but she not alone. She got a lot of options, eeny, miny, mo. She gon' do what she want, ain't no stopping it all. Pour the liquor in the cup, yeah, I'm topping it off. I might take your girl, take a trip to the mall. Put the shelf in the bag, yeah, cause I'm copping it all. I'm saying, they can't stop it.
Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. Scuf, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by USAA Insurance. We offer insurance that's made for the military community to help them easily protect what they've worked hard for.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2021 Call of Duty League. We're here at the start of Super Week. Ultra versus FaZe is well and truly underway. We're tied up 1-1 so far. While we let the players get ready for their upcoming control on, yeah, you named it, Raid 24/7, baby, we're going to show a quick video where we talk to Arcitys about his transition to the team and the leadership that he brings to the squad.
You know, after our United run, I really didn't want to lose him as a teammate because me and him were very close. He was an amazing teammate. Towards the end of BO4 was the best main AR in the game, especially since we switched his role to main AR towards the lower half of the game. And I just can't wait to like get on the grind with him again because he really brings that leadership and like criticism to a team that we needed last year. We were really just based off of like talent. I mean, we did have that leadership at points, but it really didn't pull us through when we needed it to. And I feel like this year we're going to be way more structured as a team because I feel like aLLeY will bring that to our team, especially going into 4v4.
They needed someone like me, like who will step up in those moments and want to lead at those moments. So I'm very excited to be playing with these guys. I'm very excited to be playing for this org with this coaching staff.
Control just around the corner. Arcitys bringing that mean AR to the table. This is his control stats this season so far. 51 for 47 overall, so 1.09 to his name. But hey, the way FaZe are looking individually, I wouldn't be too surprised if we can see a change there. But we are going back to Raid for our control. Of course, we are tied up 1-1. The hard point was as close as it could possibly be. And there were great signs of life from Atlanta there on the search and destroy, but Toronto just too strong. Now we got a control chance. When he put these two teams in control, I mean, again, a nice combination between hard point and search and destroy, between speed and slaying and strategy. What do you feel?
I would actually say control is probably the toughest game mode to pick for any of these teams right now. Again, just because it's like a 4v4 setting. We've never seen this with control before. It's without specialists, so you can't even make the reads from just a few years back. So it's very tough to say. I'd say if we learn anything from this series, I think that, like, honestly, Toronto might have a bit of an edge. I would say outside of maybe a few moments in the hard point or maybe a couple like slow breaks over towards basketball, they've been on point the entire time, better rotations, and I've at least seen a few more mistakes coming out of FaZe. So I'm going to lean just a little bit towards the Ultra's favor. And frankly, if Cammy and Vance and Kleenex, really just everyone can't be slowed down. I mean, they're just looking something fierce right now. Of course, we know FaZe can get hot at any given moment. We're watching Arcitys basically 1v3 from top laundry. He's doing it all. Cellium, maybe not the best map, but hey, still getting a 1v2 and it matters. And Simp, I think, still is just like never gone negative in Surge. So really anyone in this lobby is capable of taking over. But I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit more ultra-centric, if you will.
Yeah, I'm interested by those thoughts, man. I was just thinking back to like what we had with specialists. You know, I'm thinking back to like big old grab slam kills. Can you imagine seeing someone hit a grab slam off like the top of the ring on Raid? Like, that's some opportunity for some magic there, baby. Hear me out. I like specialists. I think they're amazingly fun to watch. I mean, I'm going back to like Infinite Warfare, like watching camo plays and all sorts, like BO3, like I'm a kinetic armor. I'm down, all right? I'm excited by that sort of thing. FTL was the best. That was the most interesting one to watch. And remember Formal and Reedy? You remember that?
I have no idea what you're talking about. And I will say, just to touch on the specialist thing, that makes one of us, at least for the time being. I am not on that train. Two very different players we are.
You don't want to just press like two buttons and boom, everyone's dead. I love that sort of thing, maybe. Either way, a quick scope on your screen, just a real quick update. There's been a very, very slight issue with the game. We're just going to get that one booted back up again, friends. But again, have a little peek at the quick scope. Get yourself a very small beverage, nothing too serious. You don't want a toilet break. This is likely to be a very good game. Keep that, just remain in control. We're going to go to a very quick break. When we finally come back, it's time to control. Bang! No, almost. It's pretty good.
Are you guys all ready to play?
Yeah, I'm
good to go.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, boys, we're back, man. It's actually when times went quick. You know what I mean?
There's stuff to work. It's game day, yo.
It's game day, man.
Smart plays, dude. Get the gunny strap, bro. Come out hot and just gun these kids. You know what I'm saying?
Last time we were in a tournament was 5.5 months ago.
That's a long time.
Now here we are, back in the 6, in lockdown.
You guys are all wearing your white jerseys, right?
Sir.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, sir. Ma'am.
What'd you
Okay, Reese, you just have to like grab the back of the chair and lift it all the way up until the lumbar is as high as it can be, and then it'll fall.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Let's go. Back where I like it. Holy so much better.
Then move your mic away from that a little bit. You're a little loud for me.
Okay, check 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Colin,
Feedback
can you
and
do the same? Can you do the same? Put your mic a little bit.
Hello?
Yeah. Is that better? Or do you want to
Con, you're good.
further away?
Okay.
I thought you were good too.
Alright.
45 seconds.
45 seconds.
44. 43. 42.
44. 22. Imagine that, just our comms. We don't actually come, we're just sitting there, just singing and having a good time. Just enjoying ourselves.
Probably what my face, dude.
¿Dónde está el biblioteca?
Yo, man, you know if we got Zippos? Here, if you actually need some, like, we'll just hold on to these for a little bit.
Yeah. But like, I'm gonna need them back. Like, that's not how it works.
If I get a Zippo, like, we're valid.
Been bamboozled. Run amok. Led astray. It's been like 5 minutes since y'all said 1 minute.
I'm really itching, I'm not playing.
Give me the
match,
man.
bro.
Give me the match.
I dropped 8. These are our keys to victory. We need to rotate, communicate effectively, and have decisivity.
Yeah.
Oh, the game is starting.
Alright, guys. Let's go, boys. Hey.
Go, Easy. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on.
Oh, welcome back to Call of Duty League. Friends, we're almost ready to get into control. And again, comms check there. You heard the game fuel keys to victory right there from Methods himself. Rotate, was it communication and
good comms?
Decisivity?
Decisivity.
Decisivity. Yep. We'll see if we can have some decisivity plays in this upcoming match. We are going to go back to Raid. It's going to be Control, map 3 so far in the series. If you've just joined us, I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. Wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing, I hope your Monday is great. If it's not Monday for you, I hope your Tuesday's good as well. Game starting in just a brief moment, friends, as our teams are now gearing up, ready to go. We've had the comms, they've done the fist bumps, they've done the handshakes, everyone's well hydrated. Game fuel is flowing. Now ready to roll. Game 3 underway. Toronto Ultra, Atlanta FaZe. This is to take the lead in the series. And I think this will be the last bit of Raid we see this series. And I must admit, Chance, a triple dosage of it, I've thoroughly enjoyed.
I will never complain about casting over this map, not at all. And honestly, I don't know if we want to take any bets. Do you think Kleenex just sprints in a ring and gets a first blood on aBeZy?
I'll take that.
Do you think that happens in Control
Yeah,
as well?
yeah, I'll take that. If I win it and he does get it, then you've got to run engineer for us in league play next.
I'm down for that.
Let's do
I'm
it.
absolutely down. eBeZy is going to ring too.
Yep.
This might be
Here
it.
we go. Okay, fine.
Oh, dang it.
It's like I'm running engineer. Okay. That's
fine. All right, we can make do with that.
That's going to be that. I run engineer every game though, I love it. Here we go, Arcitys on the flank trying to hit the spawn kills off the rip. Like the man did not waste a second. 4-man push now in towards B and the defense looks like it's ready for it. aBeZy and Arcitys, see ya. See ya! Oh my god, both of them found their kills. It was a stick on a cami and Bance is just sitting here like, where'd you go, boys? Like we had a push working out. What happened? Kleenex is now going to try to get involved and dude, FaZe, they are all over this.
I also don't think anyone gave aBeZy the memo that the AK-74U is an SMG. He just ripped that player off a heady from the rock. Like, that is not an easy gunfight. And either way, aggression still from FaZe on point. Spawn kills on point. aBeZy 4-1. Got the first blood and hasn't really slowed down. Now, these players from Toronto are spawning right on top of the actual A point. A tick and a half so far is coming through, and Cammy picking up 2 big kills. That should be enough to secure the actual first point. Now, Cammy, well, trying to work his way around back. Arcitys very ready to defend B.
Yeah, but he's not ready for Bance. Bance comes through, cuts him down. That's a slight opening now. There's only 1 member left of FaZe there. Now 2, spawning basketball side. Hello, Arcitys. Welcome back to the game. Yeah, I was the guy that killed you just a brief moment ago. The trap may be well set now, but here comes the split. The player's now spawning towards the old A site. It's going to be Arcitys. Can he find a kill off spawn? He does indeed, but Bance, he's crept in. Got to play this one real careful. He knows where these players are going to be coming from. The pinch now could come through. There's first quick check to the right. Hello, FaZe, back in off spawn. Cleanix now making his way forward, attempting for you doing work for him. That's his first kill of the map. There's still only that B zone chance. Toronto are desperately trying to make their way onto it.
By the way, just phenomenal job by Simp. He was able to stay alive. I think went on a 4 spree over towards bedroom and bought his teammate enough time that by the time he falls, well, aBeZy's right back in the exact same spot, making sure Toronto spawned up towards garage. Well, their options are either try to deal with aBeZy or wrap all the way around the map. aBeZy has been dealt with, but now Arcitys is here to fill in the position. On point right now with these rotations, filling in the slots, and right now Toronto just never prepared for these gunfights under bedroom. The aggression phase is pouring out, even Zig control in their favor.
Yeah, Methods is trying to come forward, but man, he's about to get a shot punch. He's not careful. Check your corners. He's terrified. Arcitys is around here somewhere. Oh, dude, give him half a second more and he gets it. Methods was very close to the drop there. Nice spot from Cellium just to take care of that player up top. 20 seconds remaining now. It's going to be a nice big push. There's a couple of members. It's the double C's now of Cleanix and Cammy making their way forward. But the third C, Cellium, is the biggest of all the C's. As he finds those kills, no lives left now for Toronto. It's 11 for FaZe. May as well call around here. Less than 10 seconds. Bance is going to try to find someone up top. Timing. Nice kill there. Up and about we go. Arcitys up next. 7.1 seconds left and the kills come through.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby. FaZe. Take the first round.
Best play of the game. We'll get a second look at that just purely from Arcitys' POV. That's a big situation, too. If he falls without getting any of those kills, I mean, they would have had the clearance. That would have been, what, 3 bodies on the point. Money control would have been had. Toronto maybe could have wringed some water out of a rock in that situation, but Arcitys, again, big plays from him. Keep in mind, Simp 9-3, aBeZy was able to get that first blood towards ring. Maybe we go again. Maybe FaZe doesn't want ringside. They're going to be off the rip, and it looks like Bance, the lone defender.
Yeah, he's in trouble now. Oh, he's in trouble now. Oh, he's dead. There you go. Simp gets the first blood on the other side of the map as well. So now Methods is like, okay, dude, I'm coming across map. Cleanix and I, the cavalry is here. And they're going to do what they can. And now stop the cap on towards B. Bance finds another one right off the rip there. He has died, is risen. Finds one more out of that. So you push them back for now. Toronto, they will stay alive for a brief few moments. A nice opening rip from FaZe. But now on defense, go for an Astro Gaming listen in. Toronto Ultra.
Here right now.
I'm going all over it. I'm waiting for him to spawn, okay?
Back laundry Simp, back laundry Simp on the heady.
I'll come help you.
Listen, they're gonna spawn.
With you. I got naded.
Heady.
Top ring.
Heady, one bullet.
2 seconds, I'm behind.
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Nice. I'm
That-
gonna
that-
block B.
that-
I'm gonna block B.
2 seconds.
It's all good. We have to block B.
We have B.
Spawn close mansion. Spawn close mansion. Are you blocking it?
Yeah.
Okay, good play.
Trying to get to Metro with you.
Yep, go. I'll try hold mid.
So listen, one's already driveway. Cellium. Cellium's already driveway.
Can you
Okay?
top or
Mansion
low?
on me.
Which one?
2 mansion on
I'm
me.
going top. I'm holding top push.
You wanna hold?
I'm-
Go Teak, go Teak.
One mention, one more.
Back.
Trophy just
Alec dead. Alec absolute.
And Teak in
Watch
all
out the corner.
steps.
Can you tell him?
Yeah.
Push him right
At
corner.
the back here.
Dead.
Nice.
Got one on their side.
Nice,
Wait,
well
I'm one
played.
shot. I can.
One's bought stairs, so he needed. He's gonna go mansion.
You're war.
Tell him.
Keep shouldering. I'm shouldering
All
out.
right.
I'm preeming out early.
I'm pretty sure he's down.
Yeah.
Fighting around.
Premium out here.
They're in money. They're in money, by the way.
Can't see
They're in
him,
money.
Okay. I'm just watching inner.
I can
Yeah, inner.
I can't really
Good push
peek.
close. Good push
Yeah,
close.
close that.
Nice, good chip.
on.
Preeming out right now.
Yeah, Alec close.
Sliding out.
On a 4.
The trophy's
Nice.
gone.
I'm gonna play close then.
Head.
Okay.
Four.
literally
Four.
I'll get.
I'm pushing into mid now.
I have outer only still.
Yeah, I'm playing close.
Yeah, they're gonna pick up.
Yeah, they. Toby, get my.
Weak.
Guys,
I'm
there's-
on.
I'm stacking up
Outer-
more.
we
Last
lost
2 there.
Methods.
Last 2 there.
He's slow playing. He's
I'm
slow
literally
playing.
gonna hit it
There's
with
2.
you.
There's 2.
I'm gonna play
On
with
top,
you.
I'm
then.
already
Help him in front. Yeah.
Low.
Watching.
Well, Chance, that was the cleanest, most wonderful comms we've heard. 40 seconds on the dot, mate. How are we looking for Ultra in the comms department?
In the comms department, great. In the kills department, for the moment, maybe a little bit less so. aBeZy was able to pick up 2 on the stretch, but very calm, efficient work. Just no love lost on the communication. Now aBeZy, though, whatever gun he's got in his hands, he's going to be shredding Bance. Just going to give it away. Give him the 4 bodies on point. Toronto, I don't even know if there's enough time.
There might not be. They're on point now, all 4 of them. They're stacking up. Cells watching the front. I mean, 3 of them lying down close. This could be it. Got to get them test. Nope. Peace out. FaZe capture both points. 2-0 here in the control.
It just happened so fast. I mean, again, the comms were great the entire time, getting the clean 4s down, filling in all the positions, and then this happened. aBeZy just finally clears out mansion. They finally get that control. And on the spot check on the way up, wins a very nice one-on-one, and then bans. I mean, it's not the best challenge in the world towards the end, but he's forced to do it because everyone else just died. You can see how tough raid on defense can be. You have to be on point forever. You slip up once, you get punished immediately. FaZe showing a little bit of that action off.
I feel like that's the case almost with most of the control maps. Like, if you give these pro teams an opportunity, they will take the round every time. The offense is never safe. There we go. Minute 20 now. Frozen. On A we go. Simp cutting up mid-map. Back to the cami. No kill just yet. Somehow got a trophy system. He killed a trophy system in that exchange. What the hell was that? How did he do that?
That was on purpose. Calculated.
Truly intentional gameplay. Arcitys goes down. Phoenix is going to be able to get on a B. There's the first capture now as the bodies are starting to stack up towards the B site. They're all over it, dude. Got one player now. It's going to be number 5, Cami, pushing these players out from the side of basketball. Cleanex is watching money. First tick. No! Did they get it? They didn't get it. Vance, get on there. You have to finish the hard work. You have to get on there before they drain it. Hold the line. No! B is still, the tick is still down. It's gone now. They're draining that one. A very, very close call there from FaZe, but they can laugh all the way to the bottom of the B zone now, as that's going to get drained, and it's as if Ultra were never there.
Oh, this is perfect too. Again, setting up for the spawn kills. You still got control of B. Cellium, he's got the help as well. You see Arcitys in the feed. He's standing right next to him. And Toronto, they're thinking about trying to forcing this through Mansion. But obviously, Art and Zig are just not clear. FaZe, they have complete map control. Zig finally open for a bit, but even if you start creeping out over towards A, aBeZy is just going to flank you and start shooting you in the back. Meanwhile, the AR's over here on point, shooting in the back. Successful. aBeZy staying alive and, well, looking for more kills. It takes 3 to take him down, and Simp is there for the trades. Map control firmly in the hands of FaZe. Gun skill firmly in the hands of Simp. 21-9, by the way, and just rack them up one by one. FaZe just taking them down by the knees. A clean 3-0 win for the game, just like that.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. That was the control. We talk about control being a bit of a coin toss at times in these series. Coin was rigged. That was a 3-0 smacking 2-1 in the series now. Atlanta FaZe. They may have started out the series a little flat, a little cold, but that was blistering hot, mate. That was nasty.
Well, now we go back to what I'm thinking about the keys to victory. Maybe not methods, personal ones, or the decisivity, because I think that was there for him that game. But I think it was what? We were thinking that they needed to steal, search, and destroy. Well, they do that for map number 2. Of course, forced in a situation where they're hoping for a game number 5. First hard point was 250, 247. Not as close as it could possibly be, but now Toronto need to get some of that energy back and find out a way to slow Simp down, because again, what, 22-9, 22-10, he finished that towards the end. A very clean control.
And that's the thing. I mean, the fact that the first hard point was so closely contested and so tight just gives you a bit of hope as an Ultra fan that you can force that game 5, you can force it to a search where you know you're much more confident. Either way, though, man, this is a great series. This is, again, for a lot of fans at home who are thinking that Toronto, last season, they weren't such a, a standout squad. They had their moments towards the end of the season, and now they're looking fine. Control raid, there's your stats on screen. And, I mean, dude, 22-9. 22-9 for Simp. Unbelievable stuff. Wonderful engagements across the board. Everyone on Toronto Ultra having a bit of a rough one, having a bit of a stinger. But we go now to a Garrison hardpoint. Very, very interested to see where the rest of this series goes, Chance, because, boy, do we have a series on our hands. Can Toronto keep the pace against Atlanta? Force that game 5, which I know all the fans want, and one of these casters really needs for their pick'ems. Not sure about you, mate. You had a 3-0. That's long gone, mate. But anyway, when we come back after this break, Garrison hardpoint. See you there. and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. This year, while you watch the Call of Duty League matches, you can earn in-game rewards like emblems, calling cards, weapon stickers, charms, and much, much more. Go to callofdutyleague.com, register, and link your Activision and YouTube accounts so you can earn this weekend's rewards. We've got a cash stack and double weapon XPs for days. That cash stack has been glued to my gun since I unlocked it last week actually, but Super Week, baby, we're running all week long, so if you miss out on today, don't worry, you can get it all week long. Many more cool things coming your way. It comes to in-game rewards now here in the Call of Duty League. Maps and modes chance. Atlanta FaZe bouncing back. Garrison Hardpoint, mate. Where we going? Huh?
We were going to Garrison.
Yeah.
I think it's in Germany, right?
Yeah,
so we're going to Deutschland.
We are, mate. We are indeed. Here's some stats from opening weekend. This is from the Garrison Hardpoint from what feels like a lifetime ago, but only opening weekend. But look at the difference there, man. I mean, Kleenex. Oh, boy.
I mean, this is honestly, was this map where I was like, oh, this is where the pacing thing becomes a problem for like any team that's playing against Toronto, right? Because this is very much a map where Methods, if he gets in a power position, he won't move. And frankly, he shouldn't move. He should hang out top green the entire time, or in caution on P1, or whatever it's gonna be. Meanwhile, we've seen Kleenex, we've seen Cammy, even Vance on this map, just running amok like a force of nature. It seems like at this time, they're just like making a whirlwind on the map that is not easy for anyone to deal with, FaZe included, man. When Kleenex gets going, we saw it on the Search and Destroy on Raid, force to be reckoned with, not easy to deal with at all. So I'm looking for Simp to keep up that hot hand that he just built himself in control. See if he can throw up a 1.6 of his own once again. Make sure he can match that SMG pressure. SMG, excuse me. That Toronto break.
Well, the SND pressure could well be Game 5, bro, so you're not wrong, mate. But we love.
I mean, hell, you never know, right?
You never know, bro. Hardpoint coming up now. This is Game 4. FaZe with the lead in this series. They need to take this one if they can find the courage, muster the strength, the power of the land of FaZe. Put this series to bed, but Toronto looking to take us all the way to the search. Here we go. Right off the rip. Gonna be sticking on board with FaZe for the opening hit. As we go over towards top of the sky tank. There for Arcitys. aBeZy is going to be the one bringing the gunfights up close. Methods. Peace out, brother. We'll see you in the next live. aBeZy can't quite get another one as Kleenex. Again, we're going to be watching a lot of Kleenex, Cammy, Bance, fast plays. Same can be said for Simp and aBeZy. The speed on this map. Blink and you'll not see it.
It's an interesting way to phrase that. I wasn't expecting that at all, but appreciate the turn of phrase. Either way, Toronto appreciates the time that they're able to get in the hill. I mean, they don't even have to set up for the P2 rotation because they're just pushing up for spawn kills. Right now, Methods, his only job is effectively blocking spawns, and he can help out in the alleys, but it's literally not possible for anyone to even push up the alleys because of where Bance is. He finally gets taken down, but either way, 10 seconds left on this hill. P2 rotation, Toronto's going to be just in complete control. I mean, this is as clean and easy as it's going to get unless aBeZy makes something like that happen. Now they're actually able to get through bricks, and well, Method spent all that time. Now he's by his lonesome on the hill.
The pinch, the pinch, the pinch. Oh, the tag's in there, but it's not going to be enough to get the kill there. Kleenex comes through, carrying out from bricks, trying to put the work in. The shots are there, and aBeZy's still going, baby. 4 in a row. The kills just won't stop for the young man. There's a good test. Right place, right time. Backs up his duo. Finds the kills. FaZe now trying to pull this back, but 4 in a row right now for aBeZy, 2 for Simp. Tiny Terror is ripping things up.
And make no mistake, if aBeZy doesn't pick up that 3-piece to go on this break,
oh my God.
I mean, they're not going to be inside the hill. They are just putting on impressive work in the slaying department. Let me tell you, a spree for everyone on the map. They know they have him spawned in the back. Arcitys is actually just going to rotate over to caution. He's just putting on a show right now. He gets over there, gets his second kill of the life, and then just backs up for these spawns, or doesn't even back up, takes down Cammy as well. I can't remember the last time I've seen someone for Toronto get a kill. They're like 2 in 14 for the past section of kills. FaZe, well, maybe only for a 14-point lead, but the guns at the very least, nice and hot.
Bit of a weird split right now. You see on that mini-map, you're going to have that one member of FaZe, aBeZy, hit the flank. Methods, if they can clean up these players on the front, that's great, but now the pinch is there. It's now all on Methods to win these gunfights. He can't do it all alone. There's just no way. The kills now, they're done. Spawns there for Toronto Ultra to the top side of the map. They're going to be coming through the old P2 hardpoint. Radar truck to the top, trying to get their way on the point. 35 seconds remaining on this one. Cellium's got the left lane locked down until Bance comes by. Steps on his head. Methods back into the ring for another swing. Takes care of Arcitys. And oh boy, aBeZy. He actually goes down to the shot punch with Kleenex. So finally Ultra, finding the kills. The spawns there still. Saving grace here, chance. You can keep keep Atlanta FaZe pinned in that far right-hand side of the map. Garrison's a bit like a tunnel. You can keep them pinned there, keep them funneled through. You can lock up the time for the next hard point over by the trash bin boxes. Yeah.
I mean, that is as clean and poetic as I've ever heard on the trash bin boxes, but either way, you're exactly right. Effectively have to chalk up the remaining time on the previous hill and try to trap them in the back. Looks like one player is able to get a little bit of pressure through vents, and well, of course, it's aBeZy. Who else is it going to be? Arcitys manages to get his way to top tank. He's going to fall, and well, no one inside the hill as Cellium is able to take down two. The trap is not in. FaZe again, just off of the raw slaying power, able to get back inside the hill. Trying to pump up this lead just a little bit more. And again, if it wasn't for that P2 rotation, this game could be completely different. FaZe making things happen. Now they're just looking on cruise control for the moment.
Yeah, cruise control for now, but there's a couple of undulations in the road coming up, and that's Toronto Ultra written all over it. Cell goes down. A nice couple of trades either way. Simp's going to be there to keep the fight alive. Toronto with a hard point time for now. Simp just trying to cut these players out. Stop the flow of points if he can. I mean, it's only 10 seconds. But you do have Toronto in control of the map. Unless the spawn split, which is very unlikely, that left-hand side of the map is naked, free, and clear. That's all Ultra. There it is, number one. He's flipped out. So Arcitys now with the opportunity to get a pinch. Is Toronto aware of this, though? And if they are, then Arcitys has got a bit of a fight ahead of him. That's a big win from the backside from Arcitys. And here come the reinforcements.
See, actually, aBeZy, well, he was trying to stay alive so they don't get trapped in the back. And, well, maybe not trapped if Arcitys is able to break through. He's going to get traded out, and right now it is just a cluster inside and around this point. Meth is just trying to play keep away, and, well, two players over towards Bricks looking to take him down. He's able to get maybe the second. His teammates there for the trade, of course, Simp is too. Toronto still, maybe not with quite that hill control, but still making sure that FaZe is stuck in the back of the map. Maybe long term, this is what you like to see. Toronto maybe setting themselves up for the next hill as well. Cutting away at this lead and, well, not setting anything up for whatever reason. FaZe is actually going to spawn out. So maybe good news for them. Methods reads one on the first. No, FaZe will be happy for that, man. If they were stuck in the back, that could have been bad long term, but spawn's going their way.
It worked out for him. Simp still got top green control, so with this, a lot of space to work with. You can identify the pushes and get shots in on pretty much everyone. Cammy's going to have to try to take Simp from atop the tower, but Simp, you see the awareness, left, right, just making sure he's watching these fights every single time. Cammy's still teetering on the outside of the green there. aBeZy in the hard point now. As the scoreline's starting to go up, and Cammy doesn't quite have the metal to bring down Simp up top. Arcitys gets two more on point, and oh boy, we're back in a streak central now for Atlanta FaZe. They are heating up, Chance.
And you got Simp, by the way, already rotated over towards P2. Even as the XM4, Cammy, though, has his number for that gunfight. So rotations, at least for Toronto. Well, they've thrown it away before, but at least right now it seems like they're going to be in a good spot. Cellium, as smart as you can be, has a nice angle for that one. And, well, Toronto, they're just not rotating well enough to P2. They just keep kind of throwing it away just a little bit, even when they're getting those initial kills. Now on the fight back, you got to deal with Cellium. He's too tough to be handled. Able to pick up two, and once again, already with a 64-point lead. You have to imagine FaZe feeling pretty good about getting a full 60 here.
Yeah, you got to feel great. This is definitely looking dangerous. This could be the straw that breaks the camel's back as Kleenex goes down up top. Arcitys and Cellium, they are just destroying Toronto right now. It is starting to get ugly. It's 182 and climbing. That sweet, nice, well-rounded 100 of Ultra is not where they want to be sitting right now. Trophies are down, 35 remaining on this point. They are nuzzled in for the long, cold winter. Toronto trying to make their way forward. Methods can't quite get it done alone. Bance is already looking towards potentially the next hard point, and that is a scary sign when you're rotating like 26 seconds out. But that's just where they're at right now. Big kills from Bance. Try to lock down the backside of the map at the very least. The rest of his teammates are spawning funny. Number one, Arcitys is right back in this one. Bance has got a bit of a fight as the two members now of FaZe are on the hunt.
And he's just going to get hunted down. Yeah, Arcitys already should know he's back here. Bance able to win the first, but his teammate's pretty far away, but maybe just a one-on-one. Cellium in the back, and frankly, Bance just needs to stay alive. Falls in the final second, and Cellium gets his teammates the spawns and the stick, and actually, Cammy found his way to the back, and dude, what? These spawns are not familiar to me at the moment. Everyone's spawning in the back, Miles.
Still at the back of the kill stage. Just make sure now that Toronto's spawning real deep. They're going to be able to get now closer and closer to the hard point. Simp's got a big fight ahead of him now. Here comes the push. Toronto trying to make this work out. aBeZy. He's just having to like fight this one inch by inch. There's the cleanup stove once again. Cellium is absolutely out of his mind right now. Those individual wins are huge. Hard point back in the hands of Atlanta FaZe, and we're getting dangerously close now. Chance to the end. I think they may actually be able to win this on the tick. Now there it is. Cammy will get the kill. aBeZy's right back into this one. Can't win it here. Going to be very, very close though indeed. Cellium. An unbelievable string of kills from these players as Atlanta FaZe have just sprung to life here on Garrison. When they got themselves off raid, they kicked off the cobwebs, and now they're kicking ass. FaZe looking to put this one to bed.
Oh, Vance, no die in his heart just yet. He's able to pick up 2, and again, this is just about keeping FaZe at bay. Vance eventually does get hunted down, and actually, the spawn out's already come through. Simp spawned up back green. He's going to be able to shoot at least one player in the back, and as long as he plays his life, it should be good enough for the game. There's the second kill. Hill control in no one's hands, but if you can't get top green, you can't get to the hill. And Simp, well, knows where all these players are. Again, just doing his job. 3 players outside that have to get past him, and 3 is enough to get it done.
3 is exactly what it took to bring him down, but Cell's there from top tank. aBeZy's picking up the kills on the jump. It's 9 seconds now for the win. Atlanta FaZe, this is it. They're closing out the map. They're closing out the series. They're closing out the first day here of Super Week. And what a week it will be. Atlanta FaZe, what a massive victory there on Garrison. My. He's got involved a little bit too late in the series there, but what a way to close it out.
A super week with a super performance. The S&D maybe a little bit choppy, the first raid hardpoint maybe a little bit sloppy, but that control in this hardpoint, they were just full speed ahead. Again, the trio they got on the control. A fairly devastating performance they got here. And again, I can't remember if that was the moment in the best play, but when aBeZy picked up those 3 kills to rotate over towards P2, if he does not get that, instead of the 100-point lead that FaZe eventually got, frankly, it would have been Toronto's. So maybe a punishing mistake or just a highlight reel flashy play that he can add to the catalog. But either way, major factor in FaZe's success.
Well, that is that. I said at the start of the day that I think the search and destroys were going to be the things that really decide the series, but at the end of the day, it came down to FaZe and the dominance and the respawns. I mean, they really can do it all. A formidable squad, there is no doubt about it, as Atlanta FaZe continue to turn heads, take names here in the COD League. Toronto, though, signs of life, man. Great showing in the search and destroy against a very formidable team, and as close as it could have possibly come there on the raid. Must have got to get a bit of work on the control, though. Let's be honest. We've got a bit of work to do there, boys. That was a 3-0 schmacking. Toronto will, of course, bounce back from that one. A quick look at the stats now, Chance, but yeah, go on, back to the control.
I was going to say, even still, like, they were in good spots in the control. Like, they had the nice, like, setup on defense that eventually just got broken. They can go back to the raid hardpoint and look at any number of different things they could have done to get 3 points away. So you're exactly right. A ton of positive takeaways, just a few little tweaks here and there. And I'm sure Toronto Ultra will be very happy. Any improvements this team makes, by the way, I mean, they're right there. They are knocking on the devil's door. So they are absolutely a team that everyone, not that this should be a surprise, but maybe it is for some of us, not a team to be taken lightly.
Oh, absolutely not. We have our scuff play of the game now waiting in the wings. It was, of course, Cellium. Yeah, boy was just tearing it up. He didn't have the strongest start to the series, but he certainly finished strong. Cell absolutely taking names, and it's a fantastic run of kills for him. And yeah, I mean, aside from aBeZy's, you know, like big rotation kills, Cell, big brain plays.
And this is another moment, by the way, for Toronto. They just need to go to the new hill. You see, that's where Cammy was going towards after, but ended up being a very costly mistake. And then, of course, well, Cellium, give him a little bit. He just starts piecing. First gunfight, easy. Second, not so much. But we don't even get to see it because we don't want to show it. We don't want to Method suffer any more than he needs to after the L that they took. But Cellium putting in complete work. That P2 hill just completely run over by FaZe. I think got almost every single second.
Yeah, it was ridiculous, mate. Good call, good call. We're going to have a quick look at the schedule now. Of course, Atlanta have got a lot more Call of Duty to play. They've got a lot more tough and difficult opponents throughout the remainder of this Super Week. We won't stop doing that one. But so far, so good for Atlanta. 3-0 versus the Guerrillas, 3-2 versus OpTic. That was a fun one. 3-1 versus Ultra. But up next, the Mutineers on February 25th and 27th. Of course, Paris Legion to round out the road to the major. 25th as well, mate. We're going to be playing Outbreak. We're going to be hitting that zombies on those dirty bomb maps. Pretty excited for that as well. It's a great time to be a Call of Duty fan. But for Ultra Chance, OpTic, Legion, and Guerrillas, it doesn't get any easier.
Not at all, but again, maybe clean up a few of those mistakes, try to take the series towards OpTic, because a win like that will put a ton of wind in your sails. But Maybe for Toronto, again, it's all about those points for the seeding. Get as many as you can. Make sure you stay towards the top of your division. Obviously a force to be reckoned with, but even still, you end up with a bad seed. Once tournament time comes around, all of these teams are going to be tough to beat. If you get that double elimination side of the tournament, falling short could be tough. So Ultra, again, just trying to get as many points as possible.
Yeah, and very, very likely to do so. Again, all these games, they seed the upcoming major, which is going to be huge. Again, our first major of the 2021 season, and everyone's getting geared up, ready to rock and roll into that one. And I must admit, man, like, I don't know what to expect. First time we get to really see bracket play here in the 2021 season. And again, this is it, the road to the major. Looking at Group A so far and Group B on the right-hand side, there's the wins either side of these teams. The only teams not really able to get a win yet, of course, Paris, New York Subliners, and the London Royal Ravens yet to really get on the board. But right now, looking great for your Atlanta FaZe, and of course, LA Thieves sitting at 2 wins so far. Chance, the road to the major. Long and wonderful paved journey. But mate, this is it. This is where we part ways. We're about to throw to a break. I mean, thank you very much for being with me so far. I've still got to do an interview after this one, brother. But anything you want to say to the fans before I let you go?
God, sure. I hope you enjoy the week of Call of Duty, like Super Week. Miles, I'll miss you. Have a great interview. I don't know. I feel like you're interviewing, I don't know what you say in these situations other than a great day, number one. And I'm glad we got it on the books.
We did get it on the books, my brother. But after the break, I will be chatting to aBeZy of the Atlanta FaZe. Very, 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 very excited to get that one underway. The first day of Super Week is almost done and dusted. Myself and Chance, very, very delightful to bring you the games. We had a good time. We hope you did as well. See you right after this quick break. Me chatting to aBeZy.
The game has turned on its head.
Run! Run! Get onto the point! Cellium finds himself 2 more. Oh, baby! Absolutely slayed. What a magnificent comeback from Atlanta.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the COD League. It's now time for the Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. I will be talking to aBeZy of the Atlanta FaZe. aBeZy, brother, welcome. Mate, congrats first, and thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, congrats again on the big win. Again, it was a 3-1, but it was pretty tight. Walk me through the first hard point. Like, what the hell happened at the end there, man? Like, you had one break, you got it done, you won the map. What was it like in that moment?
Basically, I mean, Arcitys spawned and got a split spawn behind Zig, and that really helped us set up a break for that hill because I was in kitchen by myself, so I was literally just waiting for aLLeY to initial that first kill. And as soon as he initialed that first kill, I pushed out of kitchen and we all kind of just collapsed on the hill. And that's really what led to the victory of that map.
It was a really close one, man. I mean, we're looking at the maps and modes on the screen now. Obviously, the control was great, 3-0. That last Garrison hardpoint was also brilliant. But dude, you got your cheeks clapped on the search. What was going on there? Because I expected you guys to be great at search. What happened? What was going on?
Well, basically, we kind of got caught off guard because they were just kind of punching us in the mouth in their offenses and just running at us in laundry. And we didn't really expect it. And they were literally just like pushing like constantly on their offenses and just kind of catching us off guard. I mean, we kind of started fixing it towards the end of the map and we started playing a little bit better, but it was kind of just too late. And, you know, I lost like a crucial 1v1 that I could have won. And that's kind of just led to the downfall of the map. It was like first 3 or 4 rounds that we lost.
Yeah, it was. You pulled it back towards the end, but yeah, it was kind of too little too late. Last question, dude. I mean, obviously, we're getting up to that first major. The road to the major still going. You have a few more series ahead of you. I mean, what's it been like coming back and playing here in the 2021 season?
You know, it's been amazing, honestly. I mean, it's very exciting. You know, I'm excited for these next couple matches and then leading up to play the very first tournament. So I cannot wait. It's been fun.
Dude, thank you very, very much, man. That was a lot of fun. Obviously, we got your stats on screen as well. You've been looking absolutely fine. You're still the master of the First Blood, so hopefully a title you get to keep all year long. aBeZy, dude, thank you once again.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Miles.
Oh, good, brother. Well, good. You know, last time we did an interview, I think was on stage at the Atlanta Home Series in actual person. You remember what that was like? Me neither. All right, we have our US Army schedule on screen in just a moment. Again, plenty more Call of Duty to come. This is Super Week, baby. We have a lot of COD to get through. This was just the first out of many days. We'll have a look at that schedule in just a moment. Again, tons of Call of Duty coming your way. We hope you enjoy the show today. It'll be the same time tomorrow, even more Call of Duty. This is Tuesday's schedule. The Florida Mutineers going up against Paris Legion. London Royal Ravens going up against NYSL. And then to close the day out, Røkkr Surge. It's going to be fantastic. Get that in your calendars, friends. We have a long and wonderful week ahead of us. Again, today was a treat. We hope you enjoyed yourselves. On behalf of myself, Chance, and the whole crew behind the scenes and in the cloud, thank you. See you all tomorrow.
Florida Mutineers, brilliant players all round.
It's all on a slack. This is it.
Just straight up winning the gunfights.
Now it's looking a bit spicy. Skies on a rampage right now. Run, Florida. This could be huge. Big weight.
Awareness level 99 for Awakening.
And Neptune starting to look a bit nasty. Welcome to the COD League, young man.
Florida just pulled out some magic to make it happen.
And what a show they're putting on for us.
The game has turned on its head.
Run! Get onto the point! Cellium finds himself 2 more. Oh, baby! Absolutely slayed. What a magnificent comeback from Atlanta.